So you wanna learn about beer? Stay tuned and never fear. They're the guys for the case, 'cause they'll tell you all about what they taste. We got Mudhole, B&Q, we loves Star Wars and grilling too. And Knops got loves baseball and board games, he's played them all. There's no place I'd rather spend the money nice than here, having a few chuckles and damn good beer. Now it's time for Two Beerded Guys.
Hi guys, how's everybody doing today? I'm TBG_ops guy.
I'm Mudhog B&Q.
This is my guest.
No, Mom.
And behind the camera, the one, the only.
I'll scream Matt.
Yes, I am a little disappointed. I was obviously over-exaggerating, but I'm a little disappointed. We've had a guest scheduled twice now, and things have come up. This is our first. This is our first time that a guest has showed up though to bail. We were told in person.
First cancel in person. I mean, that's very polite.
I appreciate the professionality of that.
Yeah, and the fact that
While
she
drinking
brought her friend Georgia as a guest in her place.
And her friend panicked.
Didn't tell her it was on video, so...
That's why we use the term live cast.
Yeah,
John,
right?
She exactly.
I got the same look from her friend Georgia
I'm on camera?
that I get from John's oldest daughter when I try to take food off her plate. The "what the fuck are you doing" look. So yeah, they bailed. Yeah. They will be back on theoretically November 13th, and we look forward to it. That show. The show should be entertaining that they're on. They are two very interesting people, and
they're working. They got a month to figure out what they want to talk about. They're really writing down an outline.
Yeah, I've never seen someone worry about what we're talking about so much. They were asking for like specifics. I'm like, drunk friends at bar.
See, that's what we do.
Yep.
That happens to rate beers once in a while.
And people watch.
It's not a really complex equation that we came up with.
No, we have a pretty simple show.
We took drunk history and hot ones and smashed them together.
And made a shittier version of both of them.
Yes.
It's a simple addition. It's not PEMDAS.
As you can tell, luckily, my brother joined me today because he's off work. So we had an emergency backup guest, and we might have another emergency backup guest showing up.
I feel like that I am that guy that's on the Tonight Show that's that substitute for when the guest host or when the host cannot show up.
We have
filling in and
there's a few
kind of cycled through them. I think you're the new one now.
Yeah, he seems to be the ongoing one currently.
Yep.
Yeah. He's the one that, and it keeps working out. Like this time, he's on fall break, just happened to be joining me, and his kids are on fall break, so he's on fall break. Brett likes to take vacations even if they don't do anything, just so he can, pretend he's doing something with his kids.
Yes.
Absolutely. While hanging out with me. But anyway, so I had a whole bunch I was going to talk about at the beginning of the show if they were on, and now it's Brett, and I'm sad.
You can talk to me about it.
No, I can't.
Tell about your skincare routine.
Yeah, if he starts complimenting you about your long, luscious hair and your pretty eyes, like it's going to be really weird, Brett.
All right, no, but seriously, we have 8 drinks lined up. Our second attempt at a non-alcoholic. Hopefully, it's a lot better than the first.
Let's hope so.
Because last week's was holy shit bad.
It made me want to drink.
Yeah, when you drink the non-alcoholic and it's so bad, it forces you to get beer. It's failing at its job. But other than that, Matt, what is your anticipated beverage of the day?
I was really torn. I wanted to go for one, but I was like, oh, it's a big brewery. Then I was going to go for, like, the biggest brewery because I'm curious to see it. So I'm going to go back to my original one and go with the, who's the Pelican one? I can't read it.
Father of Tsunamis?
Yes. Father, because I think we had a prior one of that. I remember liking it pretty well.
We've had the Mother of all tsunamis. That's the Father of all tsunamis.
That was the one, yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that.
That is also the one I'm looking forward to because I remember the Mother of all tsunamis. And
I'm pretty excited for it. It's been a while since we had the other one.
I remember it being real good.
Yeah, I do too, and I'm real excited for it. We have some other ones that I'm less excited for, so I was making sure we ended on a big note. Brett, what about you?
Since I didn't have the Mother of all tsunamis, the Father of all tsunamis, I don't know much about it, but I want to do...
But you're a father. You know about that.
I'm
more trophies to prove it.
Yeah, participations. I'm going with the Velvety
Kush.
Okay. I like that one because of the canner, and that looks like one really mean person on the label.
It's a local brewery too, so I'm excited. A
That is a pretty fun can art.
little Pax
Little
Verum
Pax Verum?
action.
All
Yeah,
right, all right.
I'm trying to get back to having a relatively local beer, at least regional.
Yeah.
About every week. So that's the goal.
As we
I've been
should.
picking some stuff up at Total Wine to make sure we can do that. Pretty excited. For me though, it's weird because it's like the most unassuming beer over here. I'm excited for the Einstock Arctic Pale Ale. It's our first Pale Ale from them. We've had some of their malty stuff and different things.
Einstock's good.
Einstock's always fucking good.
Always good. Let's
So
go.
it's kind of weird that it's my go-to this week, but the Guinness 4 and Extra I've never had, so I'm a little excited for
That
it
was
as
one I
well.
almost changed to, but I was like, well, it's an even bigger brewery than the Pelican one, so I was like, I guess I may as well stick with my first guess.
So I'm excited. It should be a good episode. We're rocking our craft or die glassware today. 4 of our like 800, it feels like. I'm excited. They're really cool glasses. Our buddy at Craft or Die wanted to give them a shout out again this week
I just want
because
to know which one's mine.
you get Star Wars.
Yep, Star Wars.
Yeah.
So
Oh, wait.
May the
I did.
4th be with you.
yeah, check out Craft or Die on Instagram. Trust me, you want to follow them soon. The newest Halloween glass is coming out, and it is chef's kiss awesome.
There's a lot of places that makes a lot of different artware on glasses.
And the
A
new
lot of
Craft or Die
glassware.
glass is being dropped the 13th
Perfect.
at 4 p.m. Eastern.
That's
What
pretty
I like-
appropriate.
I like his use. Like, oftentimes in these custom-made glasses, they'll have a picture in the middle of something, and he uses the whole glass very well.
Yeah. Even on your Predator glass where everything's on one side for the most part,
Yeah. The defining feature is
through the 3 dots on
Yeah.
the back, love
it's
it.
fantastic.
It's always, there's even when he doesn't do a full wrap of like a full design, there's always something that makes you go, all right, you crafty little bastard.
Yep.
I see what you did there.
I did. It was on purpose. But the Shaggy is being released Friday. It is
Shagging.
a mix between Scooby-Doo with Shaggy being the forefront and The Shining. So it is the Shagging. Last year's Scooby-Doo themed Halloween glass was Fred and the Evil Dead.
Yeah.
The one before that was Michael Myers and Scooby-Doo collab. So I'm pretty fucking
we missed
excited.
that one.
Yeah, I'm working on that actually. I'm trying.
Gotta collect the whole set.
I'm working on it. But yeah, and they do sell out. This is not something that
And they're
like
limited
a week or
run.
two down,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, I can go do it now. No, they're $25 and they sell out right a fucking way.
Friday, 4 o'clock, 4
The
p.m.
more
Eastern,
amazing
they go on
version of
sale,
McDonald's
and-
glasses.
Yeah.
and honestly, he gets them shipped out, and you get them like the next day or two.
Yeah,
He's so fast.
I think the longest we've waited on a glass after this, like after ordering, was like 3 days.
Yeah.
Also, presentation when you open the box, pretty snifty.
Yeah.
It has a nice little wrap.
Usually throw some
tissue
like
paper
stickers
around
or
there,
something in
colored
there.
stuff, some
Yep.
little extra grabs in the box.
Prices vary depending on the glass, or is it
Typically $25.
$25.
nice?
Yeah, so it's real hard to complain. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to drink these beers. Matt's going to tell us some stuff on the camera here in just a second. But we're going to drink these beers. We're going to score them. We score on the Untapped scale 0.25 to 5. I'm getting this out of the way now because Brett's on the show and I know I would have forgot. Average is a perfect 3. Obviously above that's above average. 4 or higher is seek out. That means it's good enough that no matter where this is from, whether it's from Illinois, whether it's from Indiana, whether it's from middle
Texas.
of fucking nowhere, if we like it enough, we're going to go get it. We're going to order it. We're going to find someone out there, whatever. We're going to get one of those Facebook groups and be like, motherfuckers, who has this?
Yep.
Maybe
we'll get Hot Mom and get it from Texas for us.
Exactly. Above 4. I was above 4, that 4.75 and 5 especially. Not only is it seek out, now it's subjectively one of your favorite beers. Under 3, below average, but 2 to 3 still very drinkable. Under 2, well, that's my buddy just handed me this beer and I'm not trying to embarrass him. I paid for it, whatever. I'll drink it. I'll choke it down.
You choke that down.
Damn straight. Under 1 though is that's drain pour. That is shit beer. That is ungodly bad stuff. Now, Mama didn't raise no bitch, and in this case, my brother's here, and she might have raised one. But we don't drain pour on this show because there are sober kids in Africa. But absolutely, otherwise, most people would.
Brett is the one I see drink the most shit beer.
Well,
Yeah.
Brett's the game in. Brett's just the human fucking garbage disposal.
Yes.
Oh, this beer is fucking god awful.
Give
Yeah,
it
I'll
to
drink
me.
it. yeah.
Yeah.
It's not far off,
Hey.
actually. So, I am going to try to score on Untapped as we go tonight. I forgot to charge my phone today for the first time in a long time, and it is very low on battery. If it dies, I will write them down and then put them in when I get home. So,
Total power save mode on that bad boy?
Oh, I didn't realize it until it automatically went to its own power save. It was so low.
Sure, 5%.
Yes. So we'll see how this goes. I got to stay off of
How are we supposed to
everything.
get your boot picks?
Oh, yeah, so you won't be able to text during the show this time? Oh, man, that must be terrible for you.
I'm a little disappointed.
Send her my number.
And this is the one time Jamie Pittsford's watching. No.
That's being a friend right there.
All right, so Matt, what do you got for us?
I got a Jonathan Cooch. Let's go.
Cooch.
I'm pretty sure that's how you say that.
Cooch.
And Jules Xavier says, thank God I see flannel. Speaking of, how do I get the PNW Bear shirt?
Oh, Pacific Northwest. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You order it.
I was
So
hoping you'd figure that because I'm like, I'm sure, I know what he's referring to, but I don't know what the PNW is.
Yeah, so
Russell, send me $25 and we'll ship the shirt to you.
Yep, did confirm that the Octobear is the Patreon.
It is this month's or not this month's, but the second Patreon shirt is Octobear, which we love, and I'm obsessed with it, and I wear it all the damn time. I also wear the Pacific Northwest Hoppy Bear all the damn time. I actually wore it at the rummage sale I had this weekend.
Nice.
I got a lot of compliments.
Not actually based on Russell, though, right? Wink. No,
It's kind of Russell-esque. But
we always said straight face.
But yeah, Russ, if you want one of those, let us know. Tell us the size again or whatever. It should be the same size, I guess. And I'll ship it when I ship the books you're wanting from me as well. I forgot your wife's thing from the rummage, but I do have it. I set it aside.
Okay.
Russell, your Octobear shirt is in those Iowa unfortunate colors too. So.
Oh, Hawkeyes.
Hawkeyes.
Ooh-wee.
I don't think
forget my
Russell
meds
cares
today.
about Hawkeyes, though.
But still,
I did.
he's in Iowa.
I forgot my meds today.
Oh, okay.
No, I didn't. No, I got them. We're good.
You sure?
The funniest thing is
Evidence suggests otherwise.
No, I did take them. It's been a day. I've been up real early. I had PT this morning.
Did you forget him yesterday, maybe? You're kind of
I did. That I do know. I did forget them
Can they
yesterday.
have PTs at PTs? That'd be better.
Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh.
No. Anyway.
Maybe some PTT?
P-titty. Hey, titty. TT. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like a...
Matt, you got anything for us besides Russ over there?
No. That's it so far.
All right. Our first beverage
Not beer?
is Penn's Best non-alcoholic malt beverage. Contains less than 0.5% alcohol.
That's
so this one may
clearly
actually have
wrong.
some booze, but it is less than the 0.5. Smooth, refreshing brew, according to the can. 70 calories, 15 grams of carbs. There's no less than 1.0 grams of protein. It's even on here. 0 grams of fat.
I feel like you're
You
eating a
know
granola
it's
bar now.
non-alcoholic when they label everything else.
Yeah.
Fred Cook Brewing Company, Rochester, New York. I can't imagine a lot of New York people drinking non-alcoholic beer.
Did you say Rochester or is that
It even
Rochester?
says on the can, nah.
That's funny.
That's what the one last week did. I'm really hoping this is better than last week's.
I'm just saying.
I'm kind of not. So I'm going to be like, we can squash this after 2 battles.
Oh no,
right?
we're
How many
Matt's done with this
How
experience.
many
So-
strikes does NA get?
hey, a lot of people are doing sober October, man. We gotta make sure and try to highlight the good and the bad from them for them. This is my
You people suck.
this is my way of supporting people that are trying to either better themselves,
I mean, good for you, but
people who are
also,
maybe
fuck off.
people who are just on the wagon in
yeah,
general.
yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. I'm being very supportive. My business partner and our unpaid intern hate you.
It's making us drink it.
I mean, if I was paid, maybe I'd care.
No, you wouldn't. Hey, John and I are sort of paid.
Good for you, but I'm
No,
not
we're
a
not.
quitter.
No.
That would require us making more money.
Oh, okay.
Definitely much more drinkable than last week's.
The way the can is finished with just the aluminium and then the red on it,
Yeah.
the light hitting it, it looked like it said penis best NA.
Hey, Matt, as you said, the red on it.
Yeah.
You got red on you.
Oh, I didn't even mean to make that reference. I just literally looked to switch the can. I was like, that says penis. Like,
As you
it's even
can,
got like a PBR blue ribbon beside penis.
as you can see by the sign behind us, as you know, it is Spooky Month, and this week's reviews are Shaun of the Dead
Go red on you.
and a surprisingly good film, Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. Might have one.
It's a little strong, but it was fun.
What I'm saying is, you guys are going to need to listen to the review because it's going to be a blast to talk about. And frankly, one of my favorite opening sequences of any film I've ever seen.
That I agree with. Fantastic.
That first, 2.5 minutes is just unbelievable.
Who's this, frankly, you're talking to?
I hate you. All right, so much more drinkable, but this is essentially slightly beer-flavored water.
Yeah, it's reminiscent of a Pils.
Yeah, it's like that little bit of a Pils, little bit of a lager.
It's got more of a beer flavor, and it's easier to drink. So this is at least a step in the positive direction.
I can drink this. I still say Heineken non-alcoholic's better, which pisses me off that I haven't found a craft thing that's better than Heineken. But
So my question to you guys is the one you guys had last week?
just shit.
Horrible.
It was
Did
terrible.
it have this one? You said had some hint of
Beer.
beer in it, like alcohol.
I
in it.
honestly
a
don't
percentage.
remember. I cut it out.
I think
No,
it was like
it's-
0.5
This
or
one
less.
has a point.
So this is
No.
what it means by this. So the other one was 0. It labeled 0.0. Legally, for it to be non-alcoholic, it has to be 0.5 or less.
Okay.
So what they did for them is just to be on the safe side. They know it's under that. They just put 0.5 or less because then nobody can say, well, you said it was 0 and it had, 0.3.
Yeah.
The only reason I bring that up is because we're all saying, okay, this one tastes a little bit more.
But it's not because it has that
No.
little tiny bit. You
No.
wouldn't be able to- yeah.
No, the other one was just shitly made.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It
Fair.
just tasted horrible. And
So the people doing the sober October, if it's got the 0.5, are they still okay with that? Do we think?
It's most people.
I'm
Most
curious.
people are okay
Yes.
because what it means is it's still technically a 0 usually.
Right. I know it's low enough.
They just
but-
put it on there just to be safe to keep
Alright.
people from if they had it tested somewhere just to be and sue them.
yeah.
They can't. We gave this to our kid and it had booze in it. Well, shut the fuck up.
Oh, now it's okay to say it.
Yeah, because they're the Karens of the non-alcoholic drinking world. I'll always tell Karens to shut the fuck up.
This is for the sober people in Africa.
Oh, this is the sober kids in Africa beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this sucks. Again, better than it was last time.
Oh, compared to I'm like,
Yeah.
this is a big step
Because
up.
for
I
me-
wouldn't say this sucks. It's just it's not
For me,
got alcohol in it.
massively drinkable is the best
Yeah.
I could say about this. That's just it. It's like drinking slightly beer flavored water.
But it at least tastes slightly
With some
like
carb.
beer, and it's very drinkable.
With some carb.
if you're not drinking it for booze, I think this is a reasonable substitute.
It's
was still better.
fine.
I haven't had
I
that
would
many
try to
NAs that
find
tasted
something.
good.
I would try to find some other NA if I was going to go NA, but I'd give it a 2. That's where I'm at. I'm not mad at it.
Brett Allen?
I'd probably say 2 1/4.
And I'm going to say 2 1/4 as well, which makes it a 2 1/4. Matt, what would you give if he counted?
I'm actually gonna say that tastes perfectly average. I'm gonna give it a 3
Damn.
because that's the drinkability of that, and it being tasting close enough. For the ones that I've had, relatively speaking, NAs that's the better
Shocker,
one.
it's our first check-in to this beer.
I mean,
I love how it just told me that it was our first check-in. What would you guess Untapped scores it as?
It is on Untappd.
What-
So they
yeah.
have all the NAs on there.
What's the
3.2.
average score on Untapped? 3.2? It doesn't have to be in quarters. You can give it,
3.1.
3.25.
2.39.
Okay.
All right.
We're almost the average.
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah, that's Pin's best non-alcoholic, a much better score than last week.
Not penis best. I mean,
Didn't quite taste like penis in your mouth.
looking at it, I really it definitely looks like.
And I wouldn't even give it a nah.
A little bit. I hadn't noticed it till you say that.
Yeah,
but-
with the way
No.
the way the light was hitting it from this side on that can shining, it really made it one in an eye.
So,
Speaking
all
of penis, we got Ben Carnahan on. He says, "Hey from ATL.
Hey, I know
Braves
what
will
that one
land-
is.
That's Atlanta.
Says maybe the Braves will show a pulse soon."
No. I've given up on my Bravos this playoffs. I'm turning into my brother Jeff. It's fine.
I'm not even checking the score.
Yeah.
I'm scored.
Yeah, they can fuck right off. I told you that we'd get screwed. I told you not to put any money on them. If you did, you're an idiot. Our next beverage.
Did you?
Yes, he did. Our next beverage is the unfiltered wheat beer. Boulevard Brewing Company, proudly brewed in Kansas City, Missouri. It's the only thing in Kansas City, Missouri. 4.4% ABV.
They got Taylor Swift over there now.
We don't like wheats really on the show, but We haven't had one in a while, so.
Yeah, all right, let's do it.
Yeah, we have one more coming up next week, too.
Boulevard's all right.
Ben asked playoffs. What are those?
The Braves don't fucking know this year, evidently. Your Cardinals sure as hell don't. They didn't even make it because they suck.
At least we're getting revenue out of this.
I'm such an asshole.
I was going to ask, though, like, would you rather your team make it to the playoffs and then just, like, crap out in the
Shit
first
the bed
round?
the first round like the Bengals did for so
So,
long.
hey, so it depends how they make it to the playoffs. We had the best record in baseball and one of the top 3 offenses historically ever,
Yep.
while having actually a pretty low team ERA compared to the rest of the league.
And we may
So
get shut
this
out.
year, getting basically shut out and kicked out, it looks like, of the playoffs in like 3 games and a 5-game series. I would rather not have made the playoffs.
So, kind of like being a Colts fan in the early 2000s.
Well, being a Colts fan in the early 2000s was just dumb in general.
Right now, when
Because being a Colts fan just sucks.
Go undefeated all year. Pittsburgh's going to beat you. It's fine.
Well, it's what happened. That was because the Colts always took the last 2 games off and benched everybody, and they were cold going into the playoffs each year.
Yeah.
Fucking morons. Yeah. When they purposely gave up a possibility of an undefeated season. And it screwed the Browns that year because they let Tennessee beat them in the last game of the year, which caused the Browns not to make the fucking playoffs. You want to know why I hate the fucking Colts?
See,
anyway.
it's just like the Dolphins the other week. That's why you don't go for sportsmanship. You go for the record. Keeps things in check and balance. Everyone's better off.
Damn straight.
so aggressive.
Oh, Russ says he'll send a couple of NAs from up north over there. Well, he's up north-ish. He's kind of more out west.
He's Midwest.
Yeah, he's still north from here, though?
About a little bit.
Slight north?
Slight north. Much less north. Much farther east. The definition of the fucking Midwest.
I'm trying to think too much, and you're no.
He's in Idaho.
Idaho.
Well, my sister-in-law calls me that on a regular basis.
And he's not Idaho. It's Iowa.
I was going to say.
Oh, Iowa, that's right.
That's what I was thinking.
My
I
bad,
said,
Russ.
I said Hawkeye earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, he got Cosmos down after
Panama.
long enough, so...
He just wanted to call himself a hoe.
Yeah. Oh, Russ, by the way, go ahead and comment on our post with recommendations for Iowa, because we do plan on coming out to see you. So, I just, for that post, I was really trying to encourage, I was clickbaiting like crazy. I was trying to get people to comment. And it worked.
It did
we got
work.
a few.
We have a shit ton of traction on that post.
I was thinking, I was like, you know what?
If that wouldn't have got anything, I'd have felt like shit.
You make a post asking for people their opinion. People want to give you their opinion all the time.
Damn straight.
Everybody thinks they're a fucking beer expert. Look at us, right?
I even got people to comment on the Midwest Beer page. I fucking...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was
It's a great approach.
I was clickbaiting the shit out of that.
What do you mean?
Yep.
Tyler never wants to give his opinion on anything.
I have no opinion on anything.
Yeah. Well,
Bullshit.
All right, let's see
Sorry,
what
guys.
let's see if Boulevard can make a wheat beer that I like.
short answer? Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's pretty solid.
A little sweet, a little citrusy almost.
Well,
citrusy.
mostly because it's the least wheat beer I think I've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it almost tastes more like a borderline shandy with like the finish on
A
it.
little
It really
bit.
does.
It's the
Which
least
is so
wheat
weird.
I've ever drank, and I like it.
Yeah, I do.
It's quack quack.
Thank you, thank you, Boulevard. You,
Yep. Good job, Boulevard.
you made a good wheat beer by basically
Not making a wheat beer.
making a wheat beer by name only.
Not leaning into it. I love it.
Fought this one uphill the whole way. Good job, boys.
So you do get the wheat characteristic a little bit. That flavor is there. It's just not wheat spice,
Right.
which
It's-
is one of the reasons I don't like wheat beers normally. But there is that wheat grain. If you're used to if you're from rednecks and you've chewed on hillbilly bubble gum and all sorts of shit, you get a little bit of that without being overpowering. You do have almost a lemony finish at the end,
Yeah,
which it
very.
makes it shandy like. Decent carb level on it. I wouldn't mind slightly more just because when it comes to light beers, unless it's a lager or pilsner, I don't mind if they're a little undercarbed. Other light beers though, I want bubbles.
Yeah.
But this
Wheat's
is
usually a little lighter on the carb, though, aren't they?
this is what
Aren't wheats usually a little lighter on the carb?
depends on the wheat. But this isn't a bad carb level. I wouldn't mind a little more just for drinkability. But overall, I think it's an extremely drinkable beer, a relatively tasty beer for a wheat, with all the notes that I like from wheat beers while avoiding the ones I don't. Thank you, Boulevard.
I would like to add in there. You said you don't like the wheat beers typically because of like the grain spice. Normally, I shy away from the wheats. I typically like the flavor, but
Shy away from the whats?
the wheats.
The whats?
Wheats.
The
Wheats.
Wheats.
Wheats. Like a wheat thing.
To my knowledge,
Like a
this
Wheaties.
is the first wheat I think I've had.
Have you had Blue Moon?
Everyone
Technically,
has.
it's a wheat.
Okay.
So not.
Normally, I would shy away from them because like
First craft,
they're so
maybe.
filling. But this one
They
too,
can be.
I feel like I could drink a couple of these and not feel all like, oh, I'm beer full. I can't do anything. Like these feel more crushable.
I ain't mad at this one. I can't do extra. Never mind.
Yeah. So, Brett, you go first.
I think I would be able to drink this quite a bit. It is definitely, from what you guys say, it's not heavy on the wheat, from what I can tell. And I would drink more of it, so I would probably give it a 3.5 for myself.
I mean, it's. I'm not giving it a 4. But I'm having troubles not giving it a 4.
I'm right there.
And frankly, actually, screw it. I'm going to give it 1 because if I'm going to drink a wheat, this is the one I'm going to seek out. So I'm going to give it a 4. Because we do have that caveat.
There's that caveat there.
It's not our style, so if it's the one time we want it, like if a buddy goes, hey, buy some wheat beers, because that's what
That's
he
what
likes.
you'll buy.
And I know I'm going to have to drink some wheats. I know what one I'm fucking buying.
Yeah, that's the one I'd buy.
So for me, I'm going to give it a 4.
But kind of by our definition, I'm right there with Tyler. Like, I don't want to give it a 4. I don't want to give any wheat beer a 4. If I had to buy one, that's what I would give that. But if that caveat wasn't there, I'd be a solid 3.5.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and split that difference.
There you go.
It's going to be the average anyway, even if I went with a 4. So it's a 3.75.
Make me feel better.
Yeah.
No, because mine would have probably been a 3.75 on taste, but based on the fact that if I had to buy a wheat beer, this is the one I would seek out. I had to bump it to a 4 for me.
Yep.
So it'll be a 3.75 average. Very good
very
entry
good.
for a wheat beer. Thank you,
Yeah.
Boulevard. Matt, what
Nice
would
work.
you give it if you counted?
Surprise for you guys,
Are you the average?
3.75. Because I was bouncing back and forth washing the glasses. I wasn't even paying attention until I sat down, but like it's drinkable, so I gotta give it props for that. I do like the flavor. I feel like it's not quite, the flavor profile that I expect from a wheat, so I kind of feel like it needs a little bit of a ding on there. But I would almost search it out. So that's what 3.75.
I just love the fact that you were way above average on the non-alcoholic.
It tastes like an average.
I just
Not
I just meant
like a bland
because
spirit,
like
it
knowing
tasted-
you well enough.
It tasted
watching
very
this long
average to
enough.
me, so it got an average score.
All right.
So
Sorry, I'm updating a post. I forgot to add something on.
All good. All good.
Well, while he's doing that, on the side note, John, thank you or whoever was in there and took care of some of the 8-legged helpers of Satan.
That wasn't
They
me.
just crawled away.
Okay, well, like last week, I felt like I was in Starship Troopers. Like,
They were pretty thick last week.
So
yeah, so like I'm thankful for whatever the hell happened. Satan called them back down. I don't know, but they're not in my working space this week, so that's dynamite. Thank you.
well, you are welcome. I am so happy I could oblige.
Maybe to think Steph. I don't know.
Now, so let's update because we were hoping that we would be out at an event this weekend.
Sad panda.
Unfortunately,
This fucking weekend's cursed.
Yeah, they had to cancel, which is
I was gonna
sad.
Guys.
Yeah, they made a post today. Some unforeseen stuff happened. To keep everybody safe and everything like that, they decided to cancel. No big deal. They're hoping to reschedule something similar or the same event in the future and try to get everybody in. So if you bought a ticket already for it, they're going to send out an email today or tomorrow that literally just says your options for refund, or if they've picked a date for a future one, if you want to just transfer it. So you'll be, if you bought a ticket and you're going, oh shit, there will be a booze and brews update email soon.
Okay, I was gonna say, not to be rude, which one were we talking about?
Booze
Okay.
and brews at Up at Hop Lore.
Now, since we were planning to spend the Saturday together, do we have any other plans we want to do?
We'll talk about that later.
All right.
I was trying to find a way out of it, to be honest.
We'll talk about that later, and I'll make a post if it's something.
All right.
But yeah, we need to talk about that.
Okay.
So, anyway, don't forget we do have upcoming events though. Even without this one, I will be up at Michiana Festival of Beers, the 21st, selling our merch and hanging out and doing all those cool things with our good friends, the Michiana Beer Reviewers. Our booths are literally going to be right next to each other. It's gonna be a little wild.
What kind of merch you got?
We got all our shirts, our
How much
beard
do we want
oils.
to charge for that print?
Oh shit! I forgot about that damn thing.
I think it's a $500 picture.
$3,000.
Yeah.
Is that Tyler Lane Side was the cowboy hat, or was John?
I don't know
Yeah.
why the fuck multiple women want that goddamn picture.
And you know, multiple women does cover 2. So,
Am I wrong?
more than one.
Dude, I'm in a crop top and women want to buy it. To me, that is like...
I think you should frame the picture of somebody else laying in the back of a truck
They
and
just
see which goes more.
They just appreciate comedy.
Hey, can we do a silent auction for somebody laying in the back of the truck and then Tyler's picture and see which one goes more?
I'm down.
No. I already posted one of those crop top pictures recently. I bet that surprised John.
I saw it. I was like, oh, look at him.
I embrace things once in a while.
I figured John did it.
Oh, if there's a post right now, it's 100%.
Yeah, I ain't doing nothing.
We're still scheduled. I still have 9 posts scheduled out on Facebook. TikTok ran out yesterday. I got to update that one because it can only go 10 days. It's bullshit. But it actually works. Well, it works out because then I can update those, and then like a week or 2 later, I can update all the Facebook because it actually, by being ahead, has made it kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's like doing your job actually, makes life easier.
Huh.
Weird.
Is that how that works?
But other events coming up. We have November 14th, right?
Yep. 11th.
Oh,
It is 11th.
Pretty sure 11th.
11th, yeah. Full Fest.
Yes.
And then the following weekend is...
Irish
Fest. Circle City Irish Fest. Thank you. I was drawing a blank on that one real hard. Both events are going to be an absolute blast. Come support Circle City Irish Fest for sure because that's they're trying to bring it to Noblesville. It's going to be a really cool thing for this area. And you can get your Irish on in November, so you basically get Patty's Day twice. Why wouldn't you want that?
Yeah, hells yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, John, what's the rule on like kilts and long johns though? Because we're on the Midwest, so is that frowned upon?
So
I mean, I know typical draws on it, but like if it's like 30 degrees, which could be a thing in November in the Great State of Indiana.
long johns, Matt. But
I mean, I don't have a kilt, so I'm asking for
knee
other
highs.
Oh, I want you in
knee
knee
highs.
highs.
Okay.
I want you in knee highs.
I'll do that.
I might have trouble keeping my hands off of you if you're rocking knee highs.
I'm not doing fishing that.
What about thigh highs? Is that acceptable or is that too much?
Oh. John will be my little goth girl if he
Is
keeps
this
that
Matt's fantasy or?
John will be my little goth girl if he does that.
I'm just looking for like parameters here. That way, if someone asks me a question like, "Hey, I got you," like, no thigh highs. That's too
I
much.
feel like
Hey,
Matt's going through his own personal
No,
fantasy
I think
file in his
thigh
head.
highs, knee highs is always okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Always.
I will never say no.
You heard it straight from John.
So our next beer is
Just
out
no
of
underwear.
Richmond, Virginia,
Damn straight.
the land of virgins. This
Until
is
Chuck Norris comes through.
This is Hardywood. That's why I said it because the brewery name's Hardywood. Kind of.
Oh.
Yeah. Mama's Mean Cobbler.
Memos.
There is a W there in there.
Yeah.
I thought you were just like, no, you're saying it wrong.
I thought we were
No,
He is saying it
segueing.
wrong.
No, I had it turned.
We've had this conversation.
I mean,
I was
like-
I thought we were segueing back to a lot of episodes.
Yeah.
I had it turned.
Yeah. All right. That's fair.
Yeah.
Just like in the picture.
It's memos.
Yeah, it's Mamos,
Not memos. It's memo.
not Mama.
Yeah, not memos.
Mamos.
But like,
That's
Gam
one
Gam,
thing
like,
John and I
we-
agree on.
Yeah, I thought it was like that was what you call her, so like Gam Gam. Like, no, it's Meemaw.
Belgian style fruit ale with peaches and spices, 8.2%.
Ooh.
Let's
It
fucking
smells
go.
like, yeah.
Mammal's
Mama's
Meat Cobbler is a delightful variation of our peach triple with vanilla, cinnamon, and coconut milk sugar additions, delivering the classic flavors of a southern-style peach cobbler baked fresh in Grandma's kitchen.
I remember the quote from Scout Scout I wanted to do.
Oh, what was it?
She's gumming my ass.
Oh, yes!
Wait a minute. How did we segue from
Memo.
this?
Memo.
If you've
Old
seen the
lady.
movie, it does make
That's
sense.
Is that,
there is a daisy
is that
chain
his
there.
dick?
It's like,
It's ripping!
All right.
for those of you wondering, I will be in the studio audience. For this
You
one.
need to make sure and listen to the Two Beerded Guys Drunken Movie Reviews. It is Horror Movie Month, hosted by Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Our drunken shenanigans.
And you absolutely want to listen this month. Matt gets very excited during these movies reviews because it is his month to a T. I'm excited
He gets
for.
wood.
I'm
Table
excited.
almost lifted, but it's too much. It's too far away.
Frankly, I'm excited for this entire month. You can, if you find us on Instagram, TBG_Drunken Movie Reviews, you'll see the post that has all the movie reviews for this month, including Frankenweenie from last week. Please don't ever watch that movie if you haven't. But listen to our
Listen to the
review.
review so you don't have to.
Yes.
No, it's such a bad movie, and
It's like the cliff notes of that movie. It's everything you need to know in 20 minutes.
yeah, the only redeeming quality is all the monster movie references. That's pretty much it. That movie fucking sucks. Love Tim Burton, hate that movie. But the rest of the reviews, Matt's never seen Carrie, so I'm making him watch Carrie for our final one for Classic Week. Train to Busan's coming up.
I'm excited I chose that one.
So,
By the way, already have watched Train to Busan for the reviews. Oh, I can't wait for that one either. If you haven't seen it yet, John,
I've not seen it.
you are going to be a happy man.
Okay, good.
And you're looking over the faculty. Come on.
I was wanting to leave one for to go see the post, but it's fine. That was the only one I hadn't said yet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I was just totally making that up. That's
fun
definitely not
story. We watched an old 80s quote unquote horror movie last night with my 12-year-old called House.
it. I guess I say Silver Bullet. I've never seen that. I've heard.
I watched
of it,
Silver Bullet the other night.
House with
Silver Bullet's amazing. You
George
should check it
Wendt,
out.
and if you've ever seen The Greatest American Hero, it stars that guy from The Greatest American Hero.
I don't like the balance isn't right.
There's a
Like
lot.
the flavors are there.
There's a lot to like about
The
it.
balance is off.
Yes, there's too much cinnamon for one.
Yep.
And I'm the one that likes cinnamon.
Yep.
But if it's if it's doing that anesthesia type thing where it's making your mouth numb, it's too fucking much cinnamon.
I was going to say, why there's an aftertaste that...
Numbs your mouth. That's
Why
an
can I not
anesthetic that is
feel my-
cinnamon.
why can't I feel my tongue?
Cinnamon has a real bad habit if you overdoing it. Like, if you overdo it.
Yeah, it makes you throw up.
Well, straight up, and it causes everything to go numb in your mouth. It's great for blowjobs. Anyway, so...
You.
Gumming my ass.
And we're back to...
Yeah, is that your normal procedure before you?
Oh, yeah, dude. I just chew on a cinnamon stick first, and then...
Eat ass?
Surprised it's not where cinnamon sticks sold in prison. Do we know how old this is? Is this fairly fresh?
It's this year's.
Okay.
And it's been in the fridge the whole time.
And if you got Slim Jims and ramen noodles, you're kind of like top dog in the old
April.
pokey.
April.
April.
And it's been in the fridge the whole time. I mean,
That's not that bad.
And
I feel like maybe the flavor dropped, and I was like, well, if it was older, maybe the peach dropped out, and that's where we're kind of getting this.
the
'cause
peach is there. It's just
there,
not balanced well.
I would like, if there was more peach present, then that would kind of make the balance a little bit better too. I think.
Definitely not my favorite beer we've had by then.
That's a one and done.
we've had some good
It was one of those. I took a sip. I'm like, okay, oh no.
Because Hardywood makes the Grand Cru that I fucking adore.
Yep. That's some good stuff from Hardywood.
But this is not one of them, in my opinion. They definitely
Nope.
missed the mark on what's in the can. What's on the can has to be in the can. Because the balance overpowers some of it. I don't really get much vanilla. I don't get much coconut. I don't get much, which Matt's happy about that.
Well,
part.
I don't know. Are you supposed to get the coconut
supposed
flavors
to
and
be
coconut
coconut?
milk to be?
Yeah,
like
probably the
balance, or
coconut milk to balance, I guess. But the problem is it should help
didn't.
drive the vanilla, and it didn't.
It didn't.
Yeah. If anything else, it should help drive the vanilla, and it doesn't. So.
Oh, we got Ugly Pete on. He says, "What's up, old farts?"
Oh, we miss you,
What's up,
Pete.
dude?
How's it going, buddy?
We miss you.
I haven't seen you since the old barbecue fest.
I love you,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pete.
there's some money raked in at that.
I love you, Pete.
Yeah, Pete did a great job there.
Well, Pete's a badass, so it doesn't
He is,
surprise me.
absolutely.
Guys, make sure you check out Big Pete Seasonings. Almost messed it up.
Yep.
Big Pete Seasonings. Currently, usually at Geist Piazza. They almost always have at least something of his unless they sell out, which is often, it appears. He recently just released his award-winning chili blend.
Yeah.
Okay.
And considering he
Excited for that one.
is the definition of an award-winning chili maker, not a bad thing to pick up for this season.
And also, he just got a partnership with Bardell Seafood, just opened up in Broad Ripple.
I saw
believe,
that, yep.
and which are going to also be carrying some of his seasonings. So,
Especially that high tide and low tide, those great seafood
Yep.
seasonings he
Good
has.
for you, Pete. Big moves, man.
oh yeah,
Why do I remember the name of these damn seasons? I'm getting good at this.
well because we love Pete.
Well,
Okay, we like.
Jewel Jewel
Pete, I like
Xavier
you,
Russ. He says Frankenweenie is actually uploaded too. So if you don't,
oh
want to
my
see
god,
the
he
movie,
did his
You
job.
can go ahead.
I did get
and
the
listen
alert
to
for
that.
Frank and Weenie.
Thanks, Russell, for doing your job and not leaving it to 27 movies. No, I'm just giving you shit, bud.
Abrasive.
I love how his excuse
Yes.
was the app messed up. Yeah, okay.
I mean, they were pretty random ones, right?
Dude,
Like,
well, there was one whole season of one of the Halloween times and one of the Christmases. I think we just never got those posted.
I think they were posting.
They were. I don't think he's ever really missed any. It's
Yeah.
just I think he got screwed. It's just more fun to say he fucked up.
Sydney wanted to watch. She let me pick the first movie.
Oh, we're back to that. My bad. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
We went to movies, so I went back to it.
Oh, we appreciate it. What was the next one?
Annabelle.
Oh, yeah.
She wanted to watch, since she said the house wasn't scary enough, she wanted to watch Annabelle.
How did she handle that afterwards?
I had to stay up and watch a Disney Channel show called Liv and Maddie at 2:00 in the morning
Oh,
because
so I know Living Maddie.
Because we were a little scared.
we were a little scared. She goes, "Dad, can I watch Liv and Maddie? Can you stay up and watch an episode of Liv and Maddie with me before I go to sleep?" I was like, "Yep."
We needed Happy to balance out.
So what was funny? I started to watch Shaun of the Dead during, I think it was Thursday night
Yeah.
last week. And I started talking to Brooklyn. I was like, I'll make you a deal. I was like, you should watch this movie, but I know you won't. So let's watch another movie by this
Did you
director.
tempt her with cookies?
I said, let's watch another movie by this director. It's a movie about a boy and girl falling in love. We watched Baby Driver. She was just like, what is this?
Definitely does not seem like a Brookie movie.
No. She did not like the violence. But I said, am I wrong? Did the boy and girl fall in love?
I hate you.
So great.
That's amazing.
Pete says, thanks for the shout out. Very welcome,
Absolutely.
sir. And Jules Russ Xavier says, William Cat. I'm not sure if that's just the comedian Cat Williams flipped or... Greatest Action Hero was a great series, he says.
Yeah.
I am unfamiliar. I heard the name, but I don't
Greatest
know
American Hero.
Yeah,
80s. It was an 80s, really ridiculously over the top superhero TV show.
You right
Now,
first.
we do need to score this before we forget the mediocre beer that it is. It just wasn't what I was expecting. A, from Hardywood, or B, just based on what's on the can.
Yeah.
Not balanced. That Mama's now I'm thinking about it. Mama's Cobbler
It's not Moo Moo's.
is... I started thinking. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Mama's Cobbler always has those good flavors, and it's always balanced because Grandma knows how to cook. And with this not being balanced, it's not Mama's Cobbler.
And that's the thing with Mama's Cobbler. There's always going to be that good big scoop or two of vanilla ice cream.
Which
on
that
the
vanilla
side.
coconut combo should have drove that through, and it didn't.
So
So frankly, I'm gonna have to kind of knock it for that, and it's gonna be a 175 for me.
okay. I wasn't going to go that low. I think it is drinkable. Just got a few things wrong, but I was going to go 2 1/4.
I'll be in between. I'm going to say 2. It's just not. That end killed me.
Just waving at one of our viewers.
Did you get boobs?
No,
He's not allowed to look at him. His phone's gonna die.
it just did.
He looked at boobs. See what happens.
Evidently, me texting someone killed my phone.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I won't be responding anymore. No, our what should have been our guest. I was making fun of her, and then she said that it looks like fun, and also said that we should kick you off the show the week she's here.
What?
Well,
She did not say
I'm
that.
dead serious.
If
She
she-
said we should kick John off, and it's me, you, and Georgia.
I would watch that.
I literally went. I mean,
I mean, we have a comment box here. Come on.
yeah. If you're not, if
Chirp
you
up.
are commenting on YouTube, let us know. Well, let John know if you have his number. I can't respond, because it might not be working if we're not seeing it.
I'm getting comments from
Is
YouTube
Facebook working?
all day.
Is Facebook
No,
working?
Facebook
No.
didn't pop up.
All right, so just YouTube.
Yeah, and Twitch is just kind of dead to us.
Well,
so.
it's Twitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be on immediately after the show
As soon
ends.
as we hit end, it'll show the video.
So
But
in other words, it's
I
slightly
don't
twitchy.
know why.
So I gave this a 175. John.
I was a 225.
Thanks, Matt.
Brett.
I said 2.
Somebody, I'm trying to write stuff
That's
down.
2 average.
Thank you. 2 average. I was writing the name of the beer and was like, I didn't even hear what John said, to be
Matt,
honest.
what would you have given it?
I'd go 2 1/4. Is drinkable. Few things wrong, but some things were still there. It had potential.
Follow us,
Just a little bit of tweaking.
follow us on Untapped. Normally they'll be updated as we drink them. Today, obviously, I have a paperweight as a phone. So it'll be updated when I get home.
So, Tyler, you're talking about Meemaw's cobbler that you
Mamaws.
used to... I don't know, John.
You motherfucker.
M-A-M-A-W.
It is Mamaw.
Mamaw.
Oh, I thought you were
No,
correct.
I'm Mamaw.
Oh, okay, so it's Mamaw.
Mamaw.
All right, so you were talking about Mamaw's cobbler and enjoying that, but what about Mamaw's muffin? Did you ever have any of those?
That's fucked up.
I'm saying a word.
That's fucked
Hey,
up.
dish bitch. What are you, rinse a glass?
Oh, I thought we were doing a break, right? Oh no, I forgot we got a break.
He's like, that was a good segue to break.
We got one more.
I forgot we're doing like 8 today. So
Well,
we had a little,
7, but we had an
overzealous
NA.
there.
Yeah.
We have a bladder filler and then 7 beers.
Yeah.
Nope. He's been doing better lately. But anyway, so great weekend. I don't know what y'all did, but I know what John did. But I had a freaking blast, and I had a rummage sale. I love meeting people and selling shit, And we
You're very
had,
good at that, yeah.
well, I also had 2 absolute smoke shows come through the rummage sale this weekend. And it was, both of those were a blast to talk
so
to.
you're performing.
I was peacocking a little bit. It's fine.
Yeah.
I was having a good time. My nephew, I actually had 2 nephews there when one of them came through. And it was great because I'm actually helping a customer with something. And I hear my 21-year-old nephew go, "Hey, Ty, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt." Did it on purpose that way to get me my head to turn to him slightly. And all he had was at his side, his thumb pointed straight out. So I immediately looked at our customer and went, "Yeah, and we have books over here for our," and that way I could look in that direction. Oh boy. We get done and my nephew's like, "I'm sorry I interrupted, but you know why I did that, right?" And I'm like, "Oh no, good job." Like, attaboy. What the hell?
That's so
The DVD
awesome.
set, William Cat.
So it was a damn good time. Yeah. John, what did you do Saturday?
Oh, some wrestling.
Some wrestling.
Yeah,
Matt,
went
what'd
to
you do
Winfield.
Saturday?
I also went to the wrestling
Yes, it was a good time. WWE Fastlane.
here in Indy.
First premium live event in Indy in quite a while.
Yeah.
So,
Hella
lots of
fun.
Yeah,
Would recommend.
absolutely. Got to see Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso become tag team champions on their first time tag teaming.
Thanks for ruining it.
Yeah.
It was also Cody and Jay. It was pretty obvious they were going to win.
Yeah.
It was a good night to be a hero. Let's put it that
we'll,
way.
we'll put it that way, yeah.
Both are too high on the list right now to lose that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a fatal 3-way with the women's title.
Before or after the event?
Yes.
John, Matt, and Steph.
Who died?
Steph still retains her belt.
It wasn't the chastity.
If she's watching.
She's like, damn right.
It was a good time.
John's like, moving on.
Yeah, also I found that the now with the remodel at Kentucky Cambridge, whatever it's called these days, that there's steak and shakes in there, and they have bourbon milkshake. Or no,
Steak and Shake at Cambridge.
yeah, there's also Chick-fil-A. There's a taco place that
hold on,
ironically doesn't have
let's go back.
tacos.
Steak and Shake is dying all over the country, and we bring one into
Listen,
the stadium.
like a block north is their world
I know.
headquarters. So
It was a steak and shake milkshake bar, and then
okay.
they had brandy milkshake is what it was.
Oh, Brandy.
How was that?
$14, but pretty
How
good.
was that? Yeah.
it was pretty good.
I wasn't sad that I got it, but for 14, I probably wouldn't get it again.
We did go to the taco place that did not have tacos.
Misleading.
They had beef nachos.
But it said tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I thought
that's
so.
appropriation right there.
I wanted to eat eat a taco. I mean, damn it.
You said it.
All right. Our next beer is Einstock Olgerd. That's their name. I love this. Arctic Pale Ale. We've drank quite a few Einstocks in the past. We have not had one of
Never
the
been
pale
let
ales
down.
yet. This is the 5.6% pale ale. That's a word I can't pronounce. Akuri, Iceland sits just 60 miles south of the Arctic Circle. Influenced by the Arctic, our pale ale combines 3 varieties of hops along with light crystal malt to create an ale unlike any other. Arctic Pale Ale is bright and balanced and makes everything else pale in comparison. I get it.
This is a good segue to something else. I'd rather had you read that can.
You can fuck right off. You can fuck right off.
There's a lot of comments.
That was more just like, oh, hey, here's a great segue.
I know.
You go fuck yourself.
They have got a bitchin' ass logo too.
Oh.
Like, yeah,
Ooh, that's got some hop.
I'm just doing like the old.
Matt's not gonna like it.
No, I'm doing the smaller patented swirl and sniff. Like,
That sounds
It smells
weird
pretty
when you
good.
said that.
Swirl.
No, yeah, but it was yeah. Like, hold on. Oh God! No.
Swirl. Sniff.
A
So-
B C.
see, I know you're supposed to go opposite, so you go counterclockwise.
No, for me it's clockwise.
It engages your brain.
No, for
right?
me it's clockwise. It counters the normal.
And now we're on.
What was that in Ted?
Tron's like, wait, hold on.
When in Ted 2, like, where it's like, rim jobs clockwise, rim jobs counterclockwise. Why do you have to go both ways?
Yeah.
You're supposed to go the other way.
Sometimes you're supposed to see the tongue go the other way. Those movies are so fucked up, but I laugh so hard.
And this is where my wife goes. This is going off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm turning off the show.
So now you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, because he's
Kids,
already.
Dad's embarrassing us
So
again.
yeah, imagine where it goes from here.
A, I love this glass, but B, that beer is fantastic. Speaking of children,
Oh, hey. What's up, kiddo?
Perfect timing. I mean,
okay.
any earlier would have been really awkward. Any later probably would have been also.
Yeah.
At least you got the dead moment right there.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord. I love you. But, yeah. So, this is the Einstock Pale Ale. I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has a nice hop flavor without being domineering. Maybe slightly hoppier than some pale ales you're used to here in the
Yeah.
States.
Would you say it's defiant?
But,
Defiantly.
man, I'm a big fan. I really am.
Yeah.
Very drinkable.
Yes.
See, I don't know. That bitterness is so lingering. Like, I don't know how drinkable that makes it.
Oh, I could slam the fuck out of this.
So I think this is like the Tyler kind of beer
Yeah.
because it's got that lingering bitter
And
and
it
it's got
lingers.
that.
And what's
Kind of
really-
like
You have to let it linger.
kind of like me.
I was thinking like the Here Come the Mummies, like it kind of lingers.
Ah.
It's funny because I had started going away from hoppy beers for a long time. I've always loved real hop beers, but I started leaning more into stouts, and barley wines are still my all-time favorite. But it's funny, the more we drink on this show, the more I'm starting to go back to my craft beer roots. And I love stouts, don't get me wrong. I love our big barrel-aged stouts. They're some of my favorite beers I've ever had. But I enjoy just downing a fucking hoppy-ass beer now.
It's very tasty.
This is still well crafted. I mean, you have to,
absolutely.
you can't knock it for like what they did with it. That's just a personal thing, whether you like it or not. And me being the anti-hop guy, I still have to give this like credit. It's still well done. It is good for what I think they tried to do.
Oh yeah, it's
It's just not one that I would drink much of, but I definitely respect and appreciate this.
John, you're first.
I do.
I think. I don't really fucking know.
It feels like I've got hop flour sitting on my tongue,
Oh, it is not that bad.
but it's just tasty. So I'm gonna go 3.75.
Hey, by the way, look what I found.
Hey, there it is.
He
Brett?
hit it.
It's the remote.
As I said, he hit it.
Not on purpose.
I am not necessarily getting the hop flowers, but I definitely like the hoppy side of it. I'm gonna say 4.
That's why I like him.
Do you?
He'll drink anything
Just
though.
lied.
Hey,
I do like him. Most times. I always love him. Sometimes, most of the time, I like him. He brings beer over to my house. It's great.
That's fair.
you can find a way home.
That'd be mean.
Then he wouldn't like you.
I'm not even trying to love him after that. It's a long way. I'm bouncing back and forth. I think even though I like it a lot, it's not a 4 for me. But I really like it. It's a 3.75.
He yells at me and then he gives the same score as me.
I didn't yell at you. I yelled at you for what you were saying. I didn't yell at you for your score.
I think it's very tasty. I think it's damn good.
It's really funny because I really do like it. I think it has a great drinkability, and I would buy the shit out of it. But it's not something I would necessarily be like, I have to go get it.
The wet hop comment is not to say like, hey, it's overly hoppy and bitter. It's like it's got all the flavors.
Yeah. it
Okay.
does.
Yeah.
Lots of flavors.
Yeah.
Lots of flavors.
Lots of flavors there, and they're all dancing on my tongue.
Like a tap dance, like a river dance, like a break dance.
You know, I swirled it
Once again we're back
and
to
then I sniffed it.
He spelled his ABCs. All right, guys. And on that note, we're going to take off. Check out our sponsors on the right side of the screen.
Are
Check
we
out,
taking off?
just for our break.
Oh.
Check out our featured. Is that still up?
Yeah, I think so.
Featured craft person, Carrie.
It is Carrie. Yeah, we just didn't say.
Check that out.
Okay.
We're doing 2 weeks of him, so make sure you check that out. I'm TVG_Ops guy.
What dog being Q?
Guest today.
not hot mom.
And behind the camera, the one, the only.
Hot screen Matt. Oh,
Hey, we'll be right back in like 5 minutes. I started to say something and
right
forgot what
back
I
in
was saying.
5.
I know. Right back in 5.
screen man, big bushy beards and awesome hats. Two bearded guys. Oh yes they are 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 two bearded guys. Two bearded guys.
That song is brought to you by Tommy Icarus, who will be on the show coming up in November, I believe.
Think we can get him to play that
End of
live?
October. No, he's on 10:30. He's he is bringing his guitar. He will be
Sweet.
bringing. He'll be playing something.
That would probably be pretty hard to replicate acoustically.
Acoustic metal's pretty cool.
That
though.
really kind of leans into the distortion pretty heavily there.
He asked me if we wanted him to bring the guitar, and I'm like, only if you're comfortable doing it. But I mean, we would love to have it. So, wink, wink,
Bring
nod,
your
nod. Bring your
guitar.
fucking guitar. But at the same time, I didn't want to be, pushy.
I can bring one for a backup just
You-
in case.
I don't want to be pushy.
I've been trying really hard to get Tommy back on the fucking show. Like, he's been busy as shit. I finally have him coming on. I don't want to push him away. I miss Tommy. Handsome little bastard.
Right.
He gave me a scarf to wear last time.
I know. I saw your scarf on the replays a little
Which,
bit.
by the way, you guys need to check out the Two Bearded Guys live TikTok because, oh my god, some of the posts we've made recently, watching the difference in background and lighting and different things from those posts has been hilarious.
Yeah.
The Tommy Show was one of our earliest shows.
Come a long way, baby.
And behind us is nothing but the dartboard, and the beer shelf has board games on it.
Yeah.
The lighting is garbage. The camera is garbage. You could see a mic sitting right here
Yeah.
because it was basically an old singer's mic we were using.
Yeah.
It's such a
Oh
difference.
my,
made it
how
work.
they have grown.
It's such a difference. But some of the posts are newer, some of them are older. I'm using all sorts of content that hadn't been posted yet, or in the case of Tommy, hadn't been posted in a really long time and was only ever on YouTube. So I wanted to make sure that got posted. The most recent post is our good buddy Jake Munns picking up the guitar a little bit.
That's a fun video to make.
How else can they support you?
I don't know. Fuck them. No. We love you guys. Check out our Patreon. I recently added a new tier. That is something I want to talk about today, so thank you very much. Recently added a new tier, the $5 tier. The $5 tier gets you
Makes you
all
holler.
our exclusive content. I'm renaming it to that. Thank you. That's now getting renamed. I appreciate you. But the $5 Make You Holla tier will it gets you all the exclusive content, but it also gets you one shirt a year. So if you don't want to pay the $12 to get all 5 shirts a year, we understand $12 a month can be a lot for some families and budgets. So what we did is we went down to a $5 tier for that one, where we have one shirt. That way you're still getting some merch, still getting all the exclusive stuff, still getting added into the giveaways, which we have one we're coming up with now. We've actually been talking a little bit about what's going to be in it. It'll be announced soon. So you'll want to join the Patreon to be guaranteed entries into that. And there's also now a $1, you just want our access to our content. You don't care about getting free merch. You just want access to the content. That is now a $1 tier.
You want to
We
give us
appreciate
$1 a
you.
month, yeah.
Yeah. And we appreciate all of you.
That's the $1 we appreciate you tier.
Pretty much. So thank you guys for all our current Patreon supporters.
Yes.
And for any future, again, we're trying to make it where you get the best bang for your buck. We don't like Patreons where it's like, here's like one thing a year and some content, but pay $25. No, fuck that. We just like cool people. You guys are cool people. And so therefore,
As
we're
we
trying
all
to give you the best bang for your buck.
Tyler's cool for a bang for a buck.
Hey, I have if you want questions about my
Bang buck system?
my friend's plan, all you gotta do is DM me and I'll tell you all about it.
Does that even cost $1?
No, that's free.
Oh, there's one that rhymes with that too that you can make that work.
This is
Buck for a...
no, it's free. This is Pax Verum's Velvety
That
Kush.
doesn't rhyme.
Pax is local.
doesn't work.
It is out of Lapel, Indiana. We are trying to highlight some more Indiana breweries lately, so Pax Verum here. This is their triple dry hopped hazy IPA. What's funny is I bought this beer specifically because Madison told me that she liked IPAs. I bought this to
She was like, I know one beer style, hazy IPA.
yeah, and she told me she likes IPAs, so I bought it, and because I don't like hazy IPAs, and then she canceled, and I'm only a little irritated. No, I'm just kidding. She'll be back on the show
You
soon.
said this is a triple?
This is a
Is she
triple
still watching?
triple dry hopped hazy IPA. I hope so, just to hear me talk shit. This is 6.8%. Drink fresh, store cold. I just bought this motherfucker. Has Equinox, Amarillo, and Mosaic hops.
Okay.
Roll the can to unlock the dankness.
Can we not unlock the dankness?
Oh, I'm unlocking the dankness. You're lucky I haven't rolled this for an hour to unlock all the
Usually
dankness.
triples are like not that danky.
It's triple dry hop, though.
I'm interested.
Oh, I thought that was a triple IPA.
Triple dry hop.
I don't think anyone here has, but if anyone was watching and is local, have you guys been to the PAX Verum downtown now? So
There's a PAX downtown now?
they took over Brad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they did, buddy.
Somebody had to.
Yeah,
Too big of brewing location not to have somebody there.
right. And I think they partnered with the pizza place too.
They did. I know that now that you
Yeah.
reminded me.
Which pizza place? Like
The
The
one
one
that's
that was literally King's. Is it King's?
King's Dough, I think, or
Yeah,
something like that.
because there's the one downtown that Stefan always
The
talks
little
about. I was
the
like,
one-
that one, the Detroit style place.
No, King
Little
Dough
the
that's
one.
down the road.
Oh, okay.
Diagonal from them.
Oh.
You're not used to being a left.
What is it? Do you remember what that one?
Oh, yeah.
That Stefan
No, that's
always
why
talked
the
about
pour's
was
a
that we
little
went
rough
to,
right
though?
now.
Ventura.
Can you tell? I'm struggling a little
I haven't
bit.
been there since that one time we went, but that was pretty good.
Oh, so good.
I had physical therapy today, and they added weight for the first time, so my shoulder's getting a
Your right
little.
arm, I've noticed.
My shoulder's getting a little sore, and therefore I was trying to pour left-handed, and that was
He's a little limpy.
Is that why I'm like 3/4 foam
Yes.
and like a quarter beer?
Yep.
yes.
Not because we don't like you.
All right, I'll go back to this then.
It's more entertaining, and I get a better pour.
Go fuck
I
yourself.
might actually be able to drink this by the time this review's done.
Our
now-
reviews? Yeah, probably.
You mean when we go off rails? It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, 12 minutes later. Guys, we forgot to review this one.
We've never done that.
2 beers later. Oh, we forgot the other one.
We have done that once. Anyway, so they do the Way Out Beer Fest as well. That they do every year. And
That I'll never get to go to because
No.
it's always the same weekend as barbecue.
it is.
Unless we don't do barbecue.
Well, I think I'm gonna try. Problem is, I always have baseball.
I mean,
but
the Department of Health might shut us down next year, so.
I'm gonna try real hard to get the Way Out because our good friend Brandon
But
from
it's really
Tarnished
good
Hollow
barbecue.
basically kicks everyone's ass at that event every year.
Yep.
PAX may say they're way out there, but I don't think anybody's more way out there than Brandon Holder at Tarnished Hollow.
Yeah. I love the fact that since they're in Lapel, they're like, yeah, this is just way out here because they're in Lapel.
Yeah.
But now they've also turned into that weird beer sort of whatever's crazy.
Outside the norm,
Yep.
outside the
A beer sherbet.
well-traveled
Hazy,
area.
I'm not mad at. Got a nice fruit note to it. Definitely some malt for the hazy side, but still has just. I wish it had a little more dankness when you tell me
I'd say-
when you tell me to roll it to unlock the dankness, and I roll it and I don't get dankness. That's annoying.
There's a danky there.
But the fruit note is so much stronger than some hazies. I'm not getting overly sweet. I have a nice
You're
fruit
not
note.
getting that pillowy mouthfeel. I'm getting a little bit of hot burn in the
I
back.
did just take a big gulp. I got some dankness on that. It is fresh. It is dry hops.
I'm getting some hot
I got a
burn.
little bit, not necessarily burn, but I definitely got some of that. Too much of this. A big can of this.
Acidic, for
A
sure.
big can of this. As much as I love hoppy beers, I think I would get a little heartburn.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna play that. We've got the smartest guy in beer around.
Not
Or
today.
We know of him, and
We know
He's
him.
in Japan.
right now
Oh, you want to see Remy?
I
Yep.
am.
I don't know if
duly
that was
noted. Apparently today, the dumbest guy in beer.
Yeah, it's fine.
So explain to me dankness.
Weed.
Weed,
Thank you.
Skunk.
Assuming you haven't had weed.
resin.
Resin, piney, pithy.
Thank you.
Japanese Kobe.
Oh, I hate him.
Oh.
Yep.
Sorry, I came in my pants. It's fine. He showed me Japanese Kobe beef.
Hands on the table.
I think I said between this or like did you get?
Smo had Japanese Kobe beef.
I thought there was gonna be a house of ill repute or something like.
No, this is better. The marbling in that piece of meat. Oh my
Oh,
god.
amazing.
That was sexy.
Anyway, back to this beer. There is some
Got
there
really
on the big
excited
gulp.
about seeing
There
meat.
is some there on the big gulp of the dankness, but mostly it's just dry hop, a little bit of that dry hop bitterness, astringency.
Yeah.
It's a good beer. It got a nice fruit note to it without being overly sweet. So I like it. I wish I got a little more dank when you tell me there's going to be dank.
Honestly, like, for a sip and continued sips and drinks, I do enjoy it.
There it is.
But I do feel it's acidic. It's got a lot of that. It's going to be heartburn here. And if I had, is that a 19.2 ounce?
It's
can?
a big can.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
That's
I could not drink a whole can of that.
I could drink it. My heart would hate me, or my chest and shit would hate me later.
Yeah.
But
Where do you do 19.2 cans?
Apparently,
it's what you have to do for concerts.
Huh.
19.2. If you want beers at
I thought those were just like 20s.
Deer Creek, well, craft beers are 19.2.
it's rule.
That's
24 is domestics.
weird. Huh.
Yep.
Interesting.
So for a craft beer to go, because we actually looked into that at one
Yep,
point,
we did.
you have to can them in 19.2 or bigger. But they want craft in 19.2 pretty much
Yep.
specifically.
That's differentiated, but they charge more for it.
That's just such a, like an odd size. Like I didn't realize that they did that.
Yep. So my
more you
guess
know.
is PAX has been at the concert venue this year.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, why the fuck would you do a 19.2 can?
Yeah. I think
Because
sometimes
that's just extra money.
sometimes they become more available though.
Fair.
So
I guess
I forget exactly what the can market looks
Yeah,
like.
but you have to
right now.
fucking dial in the damn canner, and that's a
I
nightmare.
don't know if that's.
Well, that's what we got in the canner danner.
All right, if you do it right, it probably isn't.
Yeah.
It's definitely a beer share beer.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
That's
Pick it up what
definitely
I'm putting down, John.
They probably have that canning system. They have that canning line.
Yeah, I do like the.
But they actually learned how to work it right.
I do like the can art though.
Did you put that on the can?
I did.
Yeah.
Let's put it
It
back.
was there for a while.
I don't know you had it on there.
I did.
It was.
I don't believe it.
It was on there.
I fucking hate him. But
There's no proof. There's no video proof that it was.
they, this camera sees me do it.
Doubt it.
I fucking hate him.
Put it back. You see my boobs.
I fucking hate him. I don't even know.
Is that a
who's first.
chupacabra? Like what the hell is,
Is
that,
it Brett?
that varmint
Brett's
on
first?
there?
Me?
I like it,
First.
but I just don't know what it is.
Brett's first.
Okay. I think it's a rabbitish.
I like this
Something
one.
like chupacabra, man.
Jackalope.
It's like a flying cat or something, right?
Not quite a jackalope because it has like.
Jackalope has antlers, and it's a rabbit.
Well, that's a moth,
Oh yeah, that's cool as shit.
and then that's the face of a
Cat.
Rabbit.
Quabbit?
tiger.
I love how we all three said different things. What do you got for us, Matt?
You're the one scoring it, by the way. Go
I
ahead.
know. 4. I like it.
Wow.
Big score.
Big score.
Pax Ferrum getting some love on the show from Brett.
Yeah.
I like it.
Good. One of
wanna
my
d-
favorite beers I've had from Pax. 3.5.
Okay. I was gonna say if you want to drop me.
I'm gonna go 3 1/4 on this one. I think it's good. I think it is better than average. I couldn't drink much of it.
So that should be a 3.5 average.
3.5 average.
Damn, I'm good. Matt, what would you score it if you counted?
It's not a search it out for me. It's definitely interesting because it kind of is some parts of a hazy and some parts of like a triple hop. You get a little of both, but neither one's really the domineering one. So it's interesting. I'm gonna go 3.5 on that. I can see.
I do like the fact it's different than.
Yeah,
I do too.
It definitely has a standout
Yeah,
feature,
no,
and I think
triple.
people from either end that likes either hoppy or the hazy might be able to.
I would order it
Find
again.
a common place with this split beer.
I would have no problems if somebody goes, hey, what do you want? Hey, grab me an IPA out of the fridge. And that's what they brought me. I wouldn't have a problem with that. I'd rather it in a 12 or 16 ounce can.
Depending on the
19.2 starting to get a little up there, but
it's gonna be a long. I liked it, and it'd be a long drink for me unless I shared it. I liked it a lot.
yeah. So, but I'm not mad at it. I'm glad I picked it up.
Yeah.
Definitely one of those beers that I'm glad I picked up. So that's that. Now, upcoming events, John. So the ones we talked about earlier.
Okay.
Obviously, this weekend, sad face, not happening. Out of the 3 we have scheduled so far that are left,
Yep.
well, I guess 2 for you. What are you looking forward to in this not outdoor season, really?
So, I mean, Falling Fest is.
Although I think mine's outdoors in 2 weekends. And I'm
Fall
scared.
Fest is a great time. I mean, Falling's a fun event anyway. It's a beer fest, and we get to heckle people.
And there's an open bar.
I mean,
well, not open bar, but a full service bar.
There is a full service bar there too.
It
If you don't
is-
just like beer and
it's
cider.
it's a great place. That one's going to be a lot of fun. Zero doubts about that.
And are they still going to have open lanes for
Yes.
patrons as
Yeah.
well too? Okay.
Yep, same as last year.
Also, though, like getting the chance, we talk about supporting our friends and the cool things that they do, and we have a friend who is putting on and organizing the Irish Fest. So this inaugural event for them being held at the Firemen's Hall, I think it's going to be kind of fun. Really excited to see. It's a long event. It's not a beer fest, so it's probably a 5 or 6, 7 hour event.
8, I think. I think it's like 2 to 10.
Okay. Oh boy.
But there's music all day
all day
long,
long.
including the main headliner at the end. Like,
Yeah. So that one's going to be interesting and fun.
for sure, we're gonna be worn out, I think, by the end of that one.
Yes.
All beer fests are great, so I'm going to ask you guys this question.
4.
Difference between
42.
indoor, outdoor, as far as what you like about them and don't like.
Outdoor events tend to be more open and communicative. People are more like walking up to each other and talking. Whatever else is going on, they're participating in that. A lot of indoor events, now Full Fest is completely different than any other indoor event, but a lot of indoor events, for instance, Winterfest. I love Winterfest, but it's basically you start at one spot and just kind of rotate around. There's not a lot of other things to do besides just the beer.
Yeah.
It is because they're just in rooms, so
It's
it's
closed.
beer centric. While other events tend to have, whether it's lagers with wiener dog races, whether it's Tipton with their music, whether it's Anderson where you're going in the theater, outside the theater, all sorts of shit. There's a lot of really cool outdoor things you can do, and that's the big difference for me.
And I think when you get to
Then you have Full Fest.
some of the beer fests that we do through Indiana on Tap, I like almost the smaller beer fests that are about highlighting that town.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't get to go to
Tipton,
Lebanon,
Brookville,
Tipton.
Anderson.
I don't go to those towns very often, so that's my chance to get over there. And, like, you find, like, over in Lebanon, that for St. Adrian's Meat, like, fantastic place. I never would have known that they were there, things like that. So I love that exploration part of those. Now, the Winterfest, the Summerfest that's put on by the Guild, those are beer events, so that is about getting as many breweries as possible, and then it's just literally, it is about go to booth, get your booze on, and let's go.
Well, that's because
So
the guild doesn't know how to do an event. They just pack beer in.
I prefer the small town exploration aspect of it, or the Full Fest, or the, we haven't been. They just had the Corn Maze Fest. I've been to it before. It's not what I normally go to. It's a huge event, but it's a corn maze.
Right.
That's a good. I mean, that's an event to do, right?
It is.
As a rookie, like, to any
Pops and
type
coasters.
of beer fest, yes. As a rookie to any beer fest event, I just kind of was like thinking, okay, what's the differences between the two? Just so, like, when I walk into a closed
Typically,
venue.
indoor is focused on beer.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I said, except for Full Fest, which is a whole lot of things going on. I'm really excited this year because we're bringing the fucking party. John, Matt, and I obviously will be there. Brett is joining us, and so is Savage. You know her, you love her. It is going to be a blast. Savage and I on the mic are
It's
evil. We are so mean to those breweries participating. John will be bouncing in and out of the booth and the mic. Brett and Matt will be mostly in the booth while also rotating around so they can get their drink on. John's going to be bringing booze to everybody. He's going to be networking.
John should be the beer bitch.
Shit.
I can stay in the tent. That's cool.
John's going to be networking. Normally it's me that's coming to the tents for stuff like that and really doing that. This time you get to hang out with John. And trust me, at an event, when John's getting a chance to meet strangers, he
won't talk to any breweries.
You want to be around John. No, he'll only talk to the breweries we don't know. That'll be it. If you know John ahead of time, you won't see John. But man, I'll tell you, it's going to be fun. We're changing the dynamic up a little
piece of
bit.
candy.
We're bringing literally the fucking party. We're bringing some of our favorite people. It's going to be a damn good time. And it's a beer and cider fest. So you get a throw in the foaling lanes. There's a ton of open lanes they're leaving open for the event.
So
only a small section will be taken up by the brewers getting their game on, and you'll get to make fun of Hog Molly as they fail yet again as the football brewery to actually advance in a football throwing
I was
competition.
going to
Hey,
say,
it's
what
also
is
bowling and cornhole. And
I've already
football.
straight up made fun of them multiple
It's like they had a
times.
Devil's Three-Way to concoct this game.
Oh my God, John. All right, so this is Founders French
Let's get into this
Toast
one.
Bastard. This is vanilla, cinnamon, and maple bourbon barrel aged Scotch ale at 11.1%. Backwoods Bastard gets the full-fledged breakfast treatment. Our multi-enriched bourbon barrel-aged Scotch ale is introduced to the essence of smooth maple, warm cinnamon, and notes of sweet vanilla for an incredibly decadent, brunch-inspired sipper. One taste and you'd swear you were digging into your Sunday morning French toast. Breakfast for dinner, anyone? Oh. Brett just came. That nose is 100% maple syrup.
Yes, vanilla.
I've got thoughts.
Oh my god. They better be good ones.
I like it.
I like it too. I'm not in love with it.
So that syrup and vanilla really come through. I'm a big fan. I think the barrel works well with it. I almost want just a little more oakiness. Scotch ales typically are a little malty, and that barrel would really bring out. I'm expecting a little barrel, not just the vanilla. Wouldn't mind that oakiness, but I love the drinkability. I love that it's not overly sweet while being sweet.
Diabetes.
Does the
I'm gonna push that in a while.
great
at all.
maple?
I know. I mean, it's not, but you were like, you didn't say it's not diabetes, so I had to do it for you.
So it's a little bit weird though,
Well, for Brimley,
because I
it's feeling
don't
lonely.
want it to be diabetes, but it also is like a chemical maple
Not even
syrup
close.
flavor,
That was my worst though in a long time.
and it's thrown me off slightly
was.
because it's chemical maple syrup, and I wish it was a little. I don't want it to be diabetes, but I do wish it was a little.
I don't think
slightly
it's.
sweet.
I don't get chemical. What I get is I think you get a little bitterness from the that barrel.
Unless it's
and
the cinnamon that's making me think it's chemical.
I think that cinnamon. I think a little bit of that barrel oakiness is what's giving you that kind of like astringency that's making you think.
and the leftover from the dankness that we just had.
But I'm gonna take my big gulp real quick.
I'm kind of with John. on this,
11.1% big gulp. I love it.
Okay, I won't say
Ooh,
it's
big gulp was nice.
a pretty easy drinking 11. I'm gonna throw that out there right now. Like it doesn't hide that it's strong, but
Yeah,
like for
once that's
11,
cleared.
it drinks pretty okay. But the flavors are here. I just wish there was more of them.
See, I don't.
That
It's a Scotch ale. It's not a big stout. I want this. This is high
like,
drinkability.
when
flavor.
you smell it, it's such a robust, strong smelling. Like, oh man, like all those are gonna be there. It's gonna be like super flavorful, and then you drink it, and it's very tame.
I thought it was super fucking flavorful.
Like all the flavors that are on there are on it, but it's not like pow in your kisser. Like it's not like an explosion in your
Scotch ale.
mouth. Like I just the nose oversells the flavors.
I think
and it's
my
not
problem with
delivering
it-
for me.
all the flavors are like pillars, and you get all the flavors, but they're not really doing anything with each other.
See, I disagree. It reminds me of eating French toast. I think they nailed it. I think they nailed everything I would expect from a barrel-aged Scotch ale that's supposed to taste like French toast.
All the flavors are there.
And they're mixed
wait,
well.
we're
it's
not-
French toast.
But
When
we're
you
not
bite
saying that
into
they're
Fre-
all there.
Yeah, but when you bite into French toast, it's all one flavor that blends. And I think it blended well.
I'm not. That's not blending well for me.
I think, and see if this is for you, John, because I think we're more on the same page here. Like the syrup, maybe not so much like more of the sweetness, but maybe a little bit like thicker because the syrup's in there. Usually, like if you use an actual syrup, you get a little more viscosity, maybe.
Thick. Which I don't need it from the. Oh, Tyler's saying I'm with Tyler. I don't need it from the Scotch ale. I don't. That's not where I want the thickness from. I wish for a little bit more of the vanilla powdered sugar.
I think the dank beer is getting him.
That was the pretzel.
Oh.
the zesty jalapeno.
Oh, that's what
nice.
flavor pretzel. Oh, zesty jalapeno. That
And they are fire.
Yeah,
Not
they're
like
delicious.
I mean,
No.
they're just a little warm,
Like-
but like they are fire tasting. I love those things. Love those things. John's dying. John, fill some Hellas in that cup and take a drink.
I'll throw some Hellas in there.
Yeah. Actually, go ahead and throw some Hellas in mine while you're at it.
Clean it up.
I
Let's
just
do
need to
that.
clean the palate.
And he won't have to rinse if we do a little Hellas, because that'll be enough of a palate cleanser in the glass.
Now taking a big gulp, I'm happier with it than a sip.
The big gulp was awesome.
See, like the flavor that I'm getting, that more like
Robust and maple.
robustness of the flavor on a big gulp is what I want in a sip.
I think it's really
Because at
funny.
11%, this is more of a sipper than a gulper. You know?
I think it's really funny how it's basically 2 and 2 on this beer. No, I don't mean like you guys think it's bad, we think it's good. I mean, you guys think it's average, and we think it's much better.
I think it's better than average. It's not where the smell is so heavy-handed with all of your nasal notes.
I will
that
say this.
I expected more of that flavor to translate
Smelling
onto my
it,
tongue.
I expected more.
See? Yeah, it's the nose
That
smells
happens
so
often,
good
though.
it doesn't.
How was our brown, that imperial brown that we made? whole bunch of smell, while a completely different flavor than the smell.
But I wanted more.
All right. Agree to disagree. I'm going to score it, and I'm giving it a 4.
I'm going to give it 3.75.
Yeah, but there's a big... So that sounds close. There is a bigger gap between 3.75 and 4 than almost any other quarter increment. Just because that's the difference between not seeking it out and seeking it out.
I don't know, like a 4 and a 4.25 to 4.5, like where you're some of your best.
See, I don't
beers.
think that's that big a jump. The ones for me that are the big jumps is under 1 and over 1.
I definitely agree. 3.75 to 4 is a big jump,
Yeah.
but
So for me, I
Some
smell,
of rinse.
smell everything about it.
You still need one?
and do the big gulp, Brad. Then you'll be like, oh, this is what I've been wanting. Like,
He already did it.
oh,
That was the Hellas.
oh.
I cleaned it.
Well, it doesn't even be asshole.
Usually.
No, I liked it. I thought I was going to go 4.25, 4.5 when I smelled it.
So the seat for
I
me.
got you. Now I understand a little more.
Yeah.
So for me, I liked everything about it. First drink came across amazing. Smelled amazing. I am learning enough to know what the oak side of the barrel. I
Yep.
could get that. So for me, it is definitely 4.25.
Okay, so it's 4 average.
4 average.
I guess I literally
Which-
wrote that down because I assumed.
If it's Founders, their other variants of this are very good too. Yeah.
I've always loved the Bastard series.
Yep.
It's definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So then again, I like Founders though, and a lot of people don't, and because it's another sellout and blah blah blah.
I won't forget about you.
Appreciate
like they
you.
do.
We've asked him every beer today.
If
I
you
know,
like
today-
Founders, you kind of are missing the point a little bit.
You
Like
gave
they're
it-
a
you
long-standing brewery that has made good beer and does still make good beer. You're just being a hater, really.
I'm not.
He's
No,
not.
I'm
Those
saying,
two.
I'm saying those who.
Oh, I thought he was saying me. I'm like,
I said
Yeah.
if you. No, I didn't point at you. So,
I was so confused.
F you too.
right?
I was just so confused.
Hey,
I'm
if you're
like,
gonna say
I
that,
was
you
just
say it to
sing-
me like you mean it. Use your real words.
I was just singing its praises. What the hell?
Yeah.
So what would you score it, Matt?
I said it first.
I'm actually kind of torn because
I love the label.
this one this time. Okay, nope, I answered
Looks
myself.
like guy from Goins.
I'm listening.
No, I said I answered myself
Oh.
because I was torn between a 3.75 and a 4, despite my qualms. Because I enjoyed this. It's well made. I would like to try like next year's, see what next year's tastes like. So that means I would want to search it out, but I want to search this particular year's back out. So I guess I'd say a 3.75 because it's this beer this time.
I've had it before too.
So I'm going
this year.
3.75.
It's been a couple years since I had the French toast, but I've had
But
it
the
before.
the asterisk with that is I do want to try next year's and see if next year's is different.
Now I'm gonna ask Tyler something on that label.
Because at 11 still, like my ABV
Oh, does it
board
look like
really have to
that?
give it
A
that.
little bit, yeah. It looks like the leather. The guy on the label has a
He looks like a saddlebag.
little bit of a scary resemblance to the guy that is the boot and leather working guy in the town right next to us of Kamak, Indiana.
Also talking about leather working.
I think I said he looked like
right?
real life Yosemite Sam.
That is a great segue because next
That's
week
a segue.
next week is our guest, RJ from RJ Leatherworks. We have wanted him on the show a while. We're excited. John, will you hand me one of those koozies? Oh, I have this. Never mind. I have our lovely koozie here because I said koozie when it was what's next to me. This isn't beer. This is made by RJ Leatherworks out of Anderson, Indiana. RJLeatherworks.com. It's fucking fantastic. It is.
I wore my belt today.
And everything he does is high quality.
Yeah,
Wait
it
a
does.
minute. Wait a minute.
This isn't beer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
That's so great.
Held together by fucking rivets. I mean, this thing is...
I mean, it's craftsmanship, really.
Everything
really
he
is.
makes is fantastic.
For those people who watch the show often, that's really funny.
We are very excited to have him on the show. It is definitely someone Matt has been pushing to make sure got scheduled.
Because we see them all the time. They're always so nice. And
They're
they got
great.
such a cool, unique thing. And they're always at all these beer fests. Like, they're overdue to have their time
And
in
we've
that chair.
spent money with them on multiple occasions.
I finally
Yeah.
met him briefly for the first time at Brookville this year. He made fun of me because we were planning on interviewing him that day, and we never got around to it, mostly because he had a line the entire time.
Also,
and then
they're
he
really
made
close,
fun of us,
Anderson.
specifically me, for not doing the interview. And I'm like, you were busy.
Yeah.
You were making money. We're not going to stop you making money to do the interview.
And he's excited because, like, he confirmed, like, a week ago.
Oh, yeah.
That he confirmed 2 weeks out. He's like, what's that address again? What time should I be there?
Yeah, he's
Like,
ready.
He's ready.
He's ready.
If you ever get a text, come downstairs to the basement.
Which does seem kind of weird.
Sketchy as fuck.
Yeah.
Yes. It's not so bad, I think, for the guys. It's when we have female,
Yeah.
like for instance, the two lovely ladies from Anderson from last year's show.
Yes.
We
They came in
literally,
a pair for a reason.
we literally
Safety in numbers.
met them at Anderson on tap,
It's such a great.
and then they come to Indy for our show, and literally the text is, "Yeah, come in the garage door and head straight down the basement stairs." And the best part is they didn't fucking hesitate.
Yeah,
So,
all right.
they're like, these two bearded bastards ain't doing shit. It's fine. They're good guys.
It's just this.
That's
And we can confirm that they must have had a good opinion because they definitely were singing our praises this year at Anderson on Tap to everybody that they knew.
great people. Great people. Anderson on Tap, if you don't go to that event but live around that area,
So
you are
much fun
fucking
for
missing out.
no mathematical reason to add up, really.
Right.
Oh, we're going to be adding an event this year to our calendar for the first time ever.
Okay.
We're going to be doing Newcastle this year for Indiana on Tap in like fucking February or whatever it is. February or March, that real early cold ass one. Yeah, we're doing that one.
Outside or inside?
It's outside.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's cold as shit.
Frigid Digits?
Yeah. And no, the Newcastle one.
Oh.
But we might be doing Frigid Digits too. Yeah, so it's fine. We're going to freeze our ass off a couple times this year.
That'll be fun as
But
shit.
we have great merch. Maybe we'll come up with a long sleeve shirt for that event. And by maybe, I mean there's a good chance we come up with a long sleeve
It's gonna be a
shirt.
Care Bear with a
flannel.
long sleeve.
Oh.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I like, yeah, we definitely come up with some kind of like.
I feel like, but instead of a Care Bear, I feel like we could come up with something.
Put a hooded flannel.
A hooded flannel, he says.
You mean,
Yeah.
like this shirt?
Yo.
Fucking love my hooded
Yeah,
flannel.
I'm in on that.
The string came out of my hood though, so that sucks. But
Hey, look at that. Pete Ferrar's still watching. What's up, Pete? He says, good show, so apparently we're doing something right.
all right, so our
Yes.
next beer, by the
And
way,
he also says maybe Big Pete's could do a food and beer pairing show.
yes.
See how he's
Wait,
doing?
what? Wait, what?
Or
Sorry.
anyone else that wants
Yes.
to be involved?
I mean, what? Yes. Yes, yes. Wait, John,
OECD.
I'm supposed to technically ask you, can we do that?
Yes.
John's the one that doesn't have decision-making privileges. Has those been
I'm
reinstated yet?
No,
Okay.
he doesn't have full decision making.
He's still on like a probationary period,
He's
right?
at like 45% of his own.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'd give him 50% of his own decisions can be made now.
As long as people show up.
That's a pretty good number.
That's a coin toss, John. You're doing pretty good.
Hey, that's a pretty good number now.
Yeah. That's the thing. I've been coin tossing this whole time.
Nah, there for a minute we definitely were keeping you to
He's
25%.
over here. He's over here doing the Two-Face.
John would coin flip and then we'd catch it sometimes. So he wasn't at full
no.
50-50. He'd start to say something, you hear matter, I go, no. You don't even know what I was going to say. Doesn't matter.
I know it's your birthday, but no, we're not doing that.
Oh my God, that's been said.
To you or John? Yes.
John?
Yes. I
Actually,
thought so.
yes. All right, guys. This is the Guinness Foreign Extra Stout. I have never had it. I've been wanting to try it for the longest time.
I'm looking forward to this.
It used to basically, only way I could find it was at like Meijer, and it used to sell out real quick.
Probably the best Guinness.
This is a 7.5%.
Have you had the
Guinness.
original Guinness?
It's about as close as we're going to
Hey,
get.
this is a 7.5% Guinness. St. James Gate,
that?
Dublin.
did
Yes,
not.
I did. Foreign Extra Stout is brewed with generous hops and roasted barley for a full-flavored taste of dark chocolate, dried fruits, and caramel. Originally developed for global export from Ireland, the addition of extra hops ensured the stout would always arrive in perfect condition. Just so you know, guys, be wishing good thoughts that we win the Powerball tonight, because we have decided the first thing we're doing is a 2-month trip where I pay Matt's salary so he can take the time off work. If I win, well, technically it'd be all three of us winning because I bought tickets for all of us. But yeah,
Thank you.
if we win, Matt's gonna take off work. John's taking off work. Hell, they might quit depending on if I win the whole thing.
Yeah, it's the whole thing.
How much we get? Yeah.
We're taking 2 months immediately to travel the world, hitting all the best beer places. We're taking Brett with us. And it's going to be a damn good time. There's a good chance we'll talk Smo into doing it. I'll pay Sun King to borrow Smo if I have to.
Yeah. Sun King, here's $1 million.
We're borrowing Smo for 2 months. That way we can
I
have...
think they say yes.
And
I'm
that
pretty
way
sure
we
it's
can have
more
the-
than his salary for 2 months.
Yes.
That way we can have the three of us and the dumbest guy in beer and the smartest guy in beer all on a trip. We might end up buying a couple of the oldest breweries in Germany.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of things going on.
And that's a good average because then, like, we can do kind of like play the smartest guy to dumbest guy in beer. Where do you stand? Like,
One of the things that you'll love, and this is something John and I were laughing about, we go to like Eyinger, right? We had their beer last week, and it was fucking fantastic. We
Yep.
go into Eyinger, one of the oldest breweries, continuous operating breweries in Europe. It's in Germany. We go there, and we're like, all right, how many of these hundos do I give you to make sure that we have a private tour and everything with just the brewer and the owner? Oh, sir, we don't do that. Just tell me when to stop,
about
because
now?
I could do this all day.
That's the Christian move.
And then-
how about now?
And then
how about now?
and then
how
it's
about now?
well, the best part is it's sir, we won't do that. No matter how many you go, okay. How about I just buy the place and do whatever the hell I want then? Oh, it's not for sale. Owner walks up. I'm not selling. Oh, sir. You just thought you weren't selling.
Yeah.
How many zeros gets written on this check? What's your wire transfer information? I will send it now.
Yeah. I want to look this up.
I'll even write a voided check just so you can frame it if you want. Like But yeah, John and I, it's $700 million cash payout, by the way, for the $1.5 billion drawing. Now you lose taxes, yada 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 on that, but still, if I can take home $400 million, we're having a damn good time.
Yeah, half a B. That's pretty good.
Yeah, 400 to 500 take home. I'm okay with that. None of us are ever working again.
I really hate to reel this back in, but
No.
someone needs to else try this beer because this is this the traditional Guinness one gets in Ireland, not the dry Irish stout that
So
we get
I
here?
cannot.
No, I do know that's a no.
I was gonna say I think this is about the closest we can get without going there.
This is that with a little bit of extra hops because they wanted to make sure it stayed the same level. Was the original plan. This was one of the first. My understanding when I looked it up recently was this was one of the first Guinnesses they sent to us. So it's not necessarily their Guinness, but it's their Guinness that they initially shipped to us. They added the hops, that yada yada yada, and it came over to us.
This is the closest to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
perhaps.
pretty much.
Because like the dry Irish is way different than this.
Way
Oh, yeah.
different.
So like
Theirs is
blindingly different.
No,
trying
theirs
to-
is
Yes.
more similar to the dry Irish in texture and other things, but I think the flavor is closer to this one.
So this
Is my understanding. Now, if you've been to Ireland and have tried both, this and the OG, put it in the comments and let us know.
So when we talk about
that'd be one of our
Guinness and
first
we
stops.
talk about it's just brown water, this is not. This is creamy. This is a wonderful mouthfeel.
Nice dry finish.
Oh my god.
I love this beer.
this is a more unique flavor
By the way, this is now two
Then-
Guinnesses that I've said I loved.
I know.
than almost any other. Not just again, it's like compared to other beers, this is a very unique flavor and dare I say mouthfeel. Like
Yeah.
this is a unique drinking experience.
Nice smooth texture, wonderful dry finish, good flavors with a little
Nice,
bit,
good roast.
little bit of
good
roast, a little bit of
chocolate.
mocha, like not
Yeah,
mocha,
yeah,
more
mocha.
dark.
Yeah, actually-
I think it is. Mocha. Did you just end the show?
Nope, I hit the start screen. Sorry, we're back.
4 years.
Yeah.
We're at almost 4 years.
Also, I have been drinking.
Every year. Every one day for 4 years.
You know what? Let's have you come over here with the bad eye and start clicking buttons after
4
you're
years
6
in
beers
January.
I know.
weird.
I
It's
know
weird.
It is weird.
It's weird.
But this beer, guys,
This beer fucks.
it does.
This is. I wasn't sure what this is
I understand.
almost my
I
most
understand why people get
anticipated.
excited about it.
And this
Yeah.
is really different. I don't know that I've ever seen this bottle when I've been at liquor stores either. This is probably a pretty hard one to
So
find, I'm guessing.
back in the day, the only place I could ever find it was Meyer, and it was always sold out.
Yep.
Total Wine
That's
has
it.
it right now. Where'd you get it?
Basler's.
Yeah, you got it at
Ontario,
Bazer's.
yep.
Yeah, it's not a lot of places now. I think it's starting to be
Starting a
more,
little more.
but it's still not a ton of places usually get it.
This is if I want. If I want a Guinness, this is what I want. I don't want.
If I want a
If
simple
it's a
draft,
nitro, sure. But other than that, this is it.
if it's a simple, just stout. I just want a simple drinkable stout. It's an $8.99 4-pack at Total Wine.
Right.
Like that's a great price. The old fashioned Guinness is definitely not $8.99 because
Forward to that.
yeah, which that'll be on the show soon, but definitely not $8.99.
Teaser.
Oh, by the way, if you ever want to get me to buy a beer, just get me to carry it up to the counter. Once it's been scanned, I'm not telling them no.
I mean, you just put it on the internet. I mean, you could have just kept that with us. I
No,
mean, we
it's-
knew that.
No,
but-
I kind of want like one of our beer friends to randomly like do that. I think it'd be fucking hilarious. But I have a real bad habit of if I miss the price, or in this case, it wasn't fucking labeled anywhere.
All it said was Ireland.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, this beer's fucking good. And an $8.99 4-pack?
Yeah.
That isn't. If somebody goes, I like stouts, but they don't give you any other information.
Yeah,
Got you, bro.
There you go. This is it. This is.
You like stouts. This is stout.
Yeah. This is stout.
This is stout. Not this is a stout. If you want the definition of a stout, this is stout.
So with that being said, what are you gonna score it? Because
It's you.
I know. No, I was for French toast first.
so it's me.
Yeah.
It'd be you because we have 8 today. So it'd be 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 6. Oh, it'd be 7. Yeah, this is number 7. It's
Thank
you.
God.
It's you.
Okay. So, because what you just said, the definition of a stout, and if you were the defining, if this is the definition of a whole beer style, you gotta be a 5, right?
Is that your score?
It is.
That's a question, not a
Yeah,
statement.
that's why I was like.
And that's the reason why. Like, yeah.
Have you read that yet?
Oh,
All right,
I've
just
read
make
it
sure.
15 times.
I love this glass.
So, here's my thing about this. So, when I think of Guinness and I think of stouts, you're probably in the same realm as me as far as age,
Yeah.
age-wise.
Yeah, yeah.
So, first stout we ever thought of was, oh, Guinness is the stout.
Yeah.
And you thought it was so heavy.
And charcoal.
Yeah.
And yeah. And
And
it turns out it's just brown water.
This is a milkshake.
Yeah.
And then your balls drop. You're like, oh, this is brown water.
right. This is not that.
No.
This is amazingness. This is everything I would want to have. I'm going to go with John. It's 5.
Guinness is getting a unanimous 5, and that's fucked up. You think I'm cutting this out to put in on like in our 1 minutes or whatever, or we'll do a 1 minute.
1 minute.
Well, it might be the only one we do, or maybe the other one. But I'm telling you, it pisses me the fuck off.
It does.
It's a Guinness.
We have like
Well, all right,
bashed
so
Guinness.
there's an episode way back when on this where I hadn't had Guinness in years. Hadn't had Guinness in years. And before the show, John and I were talking. I'm like, yeah, Guinness is fucking thick as shit. I never liked it. And John and Matt are like, you're not on camera, evidently.
No,
Jo-
you are just kind of like leaning
Jo-
out.
John,
There you go.
John and Matt were like, when was the last time you had it? And I'm like, I don't know, fucking 4 years ago. And they're like, yeah, you're wrong. And I'm like, no, I'm not. They're like, you're wrong. So John actually had one in the fridge. Went his fucking ass upstairs, grabbed it. We opened it. And I was like, this fucking piss water, thin ass shit.
Yes.
And John's like, and there we go.
Well,
And it's funny how much you change when you like, because that's
And
the
then-
first stout everyone tries. Like, oh my god, it's so heavy.
Well, and I was drinking nothing but hop shit basically at the time. This is
was
so
thick.
different and so fucking
so
good.
different. It's
Yeah.
good.
I'm very mad, but very happy at the same time. Thank you, John, for picking this up.
Absolutely.
I'm really hoping the old fashioned lives up to it because if the $8.99's a 5, the $20 fucking $4-pack better be a fucking 5.
It's gonna shit the bed.
And you know what?
It's
They
got
were
too many
smart.
gimmicks.
That whole shelf was $8.99, $8.99, $8.99, $11.99 for the non Guinness brand, and then this motherfucker in between all of them, the old
It
fashioned
said
one.
Ireland.
And I'm guessing, it'll be more, so 11 to 15. Nah, $20 fucking dollars for a
It said
4-pack.
Ireland underneath it. Oh,
The only
it
one
was
with that.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Ireland.
I'm like, you fucking motherfuckers. Total Wine for the win on that.
Pete is saying shepherd's pie would go great with
Oh,
that.
fuck yeah, it
And
would
you
be.
know what?
Absolutely.
If John wants to get more of those beers and you want to make some shepherd's pie,
Nah,
Pete, I
I
would be
got
there for
3
all of
more
that.
right
Hey,
now.
shepherd's pie, any good steaks, anything like that. Honestly, a beef Wellington would be amazing with this.
Every time I hear beef Wellington, I think of Gordon Ramsay.
Yes.
I want to
And I've never
try
had
his
one.
beef
It's
Wellington.
beef Wellington
so
and
bad.
shallots
So bad.
every time, like
I've
Gordon
had
goddamn
beef
Ramsay.
Wellington one time in my life, and
Never
it was
had it.
amazing. I had it
Never
when I was
had
in
it.
London, and it was amazing. And it was at a shit place.
It is
so
just kind
I
of steak
want to
wrapped
try
in a croissant, right?
no,
Like, essentially?
it's steak wrapped in mushrooms, like diced up mushrooms that are dried out, wrapped
And a
in
pastry, yeah.
wrapped in prosciutto, then wrapped in a pastry.
Matt,
Yeah, don't forget the prosciutto layer. That is
That's
important.
Very, very important.
And
do you agree or are you wrong?
Yeah, what's the score?
Um,
Do you agree or are you wrong?
I know.
I just
Right.
caught what you said.
I'm
Nice.
going to be
I thought you
slightly
got
wrong. I'm going to go a 4.75.
So you're wrong.
So technically, 5 is very subjective. He's just subjectively wrong.
Yeah, it's really great. I do really like that. It's very good. It's very unique.
So what changed it for you?
He sucks.
Now it's just like we said, the
He didn't want to be
4.75 5s. That's that personal thing. Like, as good, interesting, cool as this is, it's just not like if I had that with some of the other 5s I'd have, like I would take those over this personally.
So,
But
Flavor profile.
But you're
personally.
buying these in different ways. Most of the ones we've given 5s are fucking like $15 beers solo. This is an $8.99 4-pack. This is the highly drinkable stout. This, to me, that's why it was still a 5, because it's such a different version of some of these stouts, while just being stout. It is stout. It is a base stout. I'd put it up with the Freedom stout any day, and that was a 5 for us.
Yep.
If I
Sorry,
can
I just
go
wanted to tell you
down
how
the
long.
street and if I can get this down the street from my house, I'm getting it down the street from my house because there's a liquor store.
And that's the I've kind of changed, like that. 5 in general is my personal all-time favorite. So I actually wouldn't rate this as my personal all-time favorites, but I've also have an addendum in with this. If you're the definition of a style, you're 5.
Oh yeah, this is.
See, that's where I'm like, I'm kind of that old school, like, it's not my personal all-time best, but it's really damn close. It'd be a 4.75 plus, but we don't pay for the
I
10
get what you're saying. You're just wrong. Also, this glass.
Like I said,
I've,
it's
seen this,
really
I've
close.
read this glass 1,000
It
times.
could be like a
something I just
4.9,
noticed.
but
Yeah.
So the top little words in a galaxy far, far away, that kind of shit.
I mean, in a galaxy.
Well, I've never read that
Handling
part
my
because I
glass.
just assumed it said galaxy. It's galaxy with the goddamn.
No, I've
Tyson
read it
list.
over and over. Quit handling my glass.
I'm just so happy that that's what it says.
My glass.
No, he went clockwise, despite what he said earlier.
No, I always go
You did go
clockwise when
clockwise.
I'm going backwards. My swirls are
Ow.
clockwise. My swirls are normally counter. I
From
go.
behind, Matt.
Although I have recently had to fucking like start going the other direction because.
Are we talking about the same
Does
base
she
show?
agree?
Oh, I'm putting both together.
Does she agree?
Because,
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
because I've gotten so used to going clockwise.
Does
Yes,
she does she consent?
yes.
Oh, there's
Consent's important.
I really
Caca!
nailed
Yeah.
it. Got it.
Got it.
I was like, there's got to be a button somewhere.
The Kelly laugh would have worked probably too,
Yeah, but I mean,
because it's such an awkward laugh.
the button
Oh, I
was-
get to hang out with Kelly Thursday.
Lumbar.
Fuck off. I'm playing board games. I get to learn about a new like gaming app that I'm gonna try to get them to sponsor the show.
It's gonna be like Tavor, where they're gonna say, "Hey, check out this new cool app, and you can like put these board games in your card."
No,
and then
it's
like you
they-
get charged for them immediately, and you forget that, and then it's like Kelly getting her revenge for her house payment she spent on beer.
That'd be amazing.
No, it's an app that like does like murder mystery parties
Thank
for
you.
you. It gives you all the information you need and all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna learn about it, and then she knows the owners, and I'm gonna try to.
Behind me.
Mostly, yeah. You're gonna miss real bad. Real bad. Alright.
Almost
So,
as bad as Tyler on that last one.
oh, that lefty over the head shot was way off.
The bottle
He
cap's
did say
down
headshot.
here.
Everyone heard that, right?
It did. Oh, that might be a different one. Alright, so our
John?
next beer.
I need you right now.
I heard you, dear. So our next beer is Father of All Tsunamis by Pelican Brewing since 1996. That's a very old craft brewery. Imperial Stout Ale aged in rye whiskey barrels from 2023.
That's a smell I'm getting.
This is 11.2%.
Do we have enough?
Yes, and there's actually two different ones, but Father of All Tsunamis Imperial Stout aged in rye whiskey. One-upping the mighty Tsunami Stout is no easy
We have
task.
Don read it.
To create a beer with even more stout character, our brewers reimagined the fabled Tsunami Stout and created a new Imperial version. Full of rich, roasty flavors reminiscent of dark chocolate and espresso, Father of All Tsunamis takes things one step further by aging in rye whiskey barrels with layers of spiciness, vanilla, and caramel coming from these barrels. Father of All Tsunamis emerges with a richness and balance beyond any stout ever created at Pelican before now. So that's right. What mother that we had? It was just the Tsunami Stout the first time, I believe. Our home is the beach. Yeah, that's just where they're at. All
Mother
right.
Tsunamis does sound right, though.
I think it was. I think they did a mother.
See, yeah.
Daddy.
Not unlike Tyler.
Did you?
He has a type, okay?
Crazy. Red flag. I hate all of you.
Smell that
Offspring.
barrel.
That barrel's a strong smell.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if I like the nose you like rye barrels. Like, that's it.
John disappointed over there?
I know that nose, and that noise is my thought process. I'm right with you again, John. We're on the same tongue wavelength today.
Matt and I are tonguing together.
We're on the tongue length.
It's because neither one of you are big rye fans, and that is a lot of rye.
It's really not on your
There's
tongue,
no
though.
other flavors.
No, it's a slight caramel, slight chocolate, like slight,
Yeah.
and then just barrel.
Yeah, which I like rye.
I
don't
barrels,
like
Matt,
I don't like
then.
rye IPAs, but I like rye barrels.
That's right. Matt just doesn't like rye as much.
I don't like rye whiskey, but I appreciate like barrel. Like I like chewing on a barrel more than
it's
most
just
people.
the fact there's no
And
other.
this isn't that much barrel.
There's minimum other flavors.
It's like
Yeah.
a little bit of here and there, and then just
yeah.
barrel.
It's kind of like the French toast one. Like all the flavors are there, just they're pretty subtle. It's a
Because-
smooth drink.
When I smell
Big Gulp's a little better.
First thing when I smelled it, I was just like, "Oh, this might lean into that stone fruit a little bit." Like I got that on the nose. So
Big Gulp is much better, but you get a little more of the booze with it too.
Which I'm
Which
okay with.
better for better or worse depending on your
Still
flavors.
not
Like,
a hot beer.
Still not hot. Pretty smooth drinking for the 11 and change.
Brett, you have an arm that works. Grab that midnight hike, would you?
Slightly thin.
Pete Farrar, Ugly Pete, as some might say. Smoked brisket Reuben would pair well with that. I'm guessing he's talking with this one.
Yeah,
perhaps.
I think
Oh,
yeah,
it
we got
would.
that one.
Oh yeah.
It
that-
would absolutely.
Yeah, that actually might enhance this beer. I mean,
says
it might pair
Twilight
well.
Light, by the way.
Oh, they have.
I really down because I even know that we love the other Tsunami beer. I know that
I know we did. I think we really liked
I'm
it.
90% sure I bought this beer, and I'm pretty sure that I did it because I remember the Tsunami name and think like, damn, boom, boom, bye. And it's not this is bad. It's not the level of what I want it to be.
You
I was
your phone.
I was getting ready to check to see what we thought of the other one.
He says, or marble rye. I'm guessing.
Oh, for sure.
He's talking about just bread, right?
Polish mistake?
Dude, a Polish mistake would actually work with this.
Polishman's
Yes.
steak.
Dude, we had Polish mistakes last week here for dinner.
I learned how that name came to be last week.
The Polish men's steak.
Yeah,
Yeah, not the Polish mistake.
Did you make them?
Oh, Stephanie did.
Steph did. So he did by extension.
They were fucking amazing.
It was really good.
Steph didn't overdo the bread like Mom always does,
So it
though,
wasn't
so it
like-
wasn't quite like.
Had, had,
your
had a nice
teeth?
like crispy edge and like
Yeah.
a chewy center.
Yeah,
like a, like
instead
a, like
of,
a,
you know,
perfect,
chipping your
perfect cookie. Like
I get those. I get those once a year unless requested.
So why don't you request them?
A charger did not do anything.
Wah, wah.
Got 4. I went up 4%
I would have button for that actually.
in like an hour. That's
Ooh.
slow.
Oh, I just leaned a little bit and I realized how bad I have to pee now. That
All
was a
right,
bad
so-
lean.
Maybe that's why the cord was.
The hidden shitty cord.
Yeah.
All right, just leave that one down here because I'm always needing fucking cords down here.
I don't know if I'm adapted.
So it won't charge when you need it. Yeah.
Well, if I plug it in overnight, it'll
Like trying to
charge
give yourself a
some.
mind fuck ahead of time.
Well, Untap's not working. But if I can get it to pull up, I will try to figure out what the last Tsunami beer we had was and what we thought of it.
Oh, Pete didn't say or. He said on marble rye. Well, yeah, that's how you do it.
Well, yeah, that's a Reuben.
Yeah, Reuben's always on marble. Well, sometimes
I
just
would.
straight rye, but a marble rye definitely is the premium choice of those two. In
For
my
sure.
Experience.
Please tell me I'm not the first.
You are, actually.
This is a smooth drinker, though.
It's not bad. It's just.
I mean, like it's
more.
this is easy. Like if I had that bottle in front of me, I could put that down pretty promptly if I felt so inclined. It's a smooth drinking, especially 11%.
And then it had a creamy mouthfeel.
I wouldn't say it's DUI shelf, but
Slightly thin.
it's this is an
Thinner
easy
than I would
drinker.
expect,
Yeah.
but
Not crazy thin, but. Oh, it might be. God damn it.
what?
Like.
I'm still waiting on Untap to work. I now have
I had to turn off the Wi-Fi.
4% just died.
Can I look up
That
Untappd
charger didn't do
on
shit.
my phone and somehow find Two Bearded Guys without logging in or no?
It would be a.
I'm looking at it now. Tsunami.
Meanwhile,
What's the
Haystack.
name of it?
This one's Father of All Tsunamis.
The other one it's Pelican Brewing.
If you just do Pelican Brewing Tsunami,
It
you'll
should-
probably be able to find.
there should be a limited amount of options on that, right? Like maybe standard mother and father,
I don't know.
your mammy, your mama,
I give
your
up on
auntie,
my
your
phone.
uncle,
It's fine.
your brother.
So it's one of those that our friends of mine, which would be Two Bearded Guys as well, I think, did not have on here.
Then it's never been put on, so that might be one of the.
Lost to the sands of time.
Yeah,
There's the Mother of All Storms.
that was
That
it.
was the barley
Oh,
wine.
mother, yeah, mother.
And that was the barley wine. Did we have it? Because it was fucking. I think we had that one.
Is
'Cause
that
I know there was one that was mother.
I definitely remember like the
Am I
Pelican
not friends
logo.
with Two Bearded Guys?
It wouldn't surprise me.
I did remember the
Is
Pelican
that
logo
one of
and
the
something about a
300
mother or
beers
father
that
in
Two Bearded
storm
Guys
of
had
some
one
sort,
night?
and that's why I bought this one.
Possibly.
So there are beers in this. That is not one. That is an older beer from Pelican. I know it's not in this book,
Is that the Great Gatsby book?
but there is no Gatsby. All got put in. Everything that was in Gatsby got put on.
That was a weird book. Where'd that come from?
Two Bearded Guys.
I bought that notebook from Books and Brews, but way back in the day. But I was a huge Great Gatsby fan at one point. So this
And then Leo crushed it.
Actually, really
Actually,
good.
we had
Yeah,
Father of All
that wasn't
Tsunamis
sarcastic.
2020.
Did we? What do we think of it?
We did a review
Uh,
about
we
that
g-
Gatsby.
So we gave it 3.5.
Well, we gave it a 3.5 originally.
Huh,
Same
I
beer.
thought we really liked it. Like,
I thought
I know we had Mother of All Storms then, because I know we had a Mother one. Anyway, back to this. Back to this beer. Back to all this shit. Brett, your first score. Go ahead.
when did
Everything
Okay.
about it. You know what? Make it easy. 3 1/4.
Brett or John, what did you start to say? Because you.
Go ahead.
Well, you were looking at something.
Go ahead.
All right. To me, I like the drinkability. Matt hit that nail on the head. Extremely drinkable, and an 11%, a drinkable stout is always nice if you're wanting. Especially if you're opening a bottle and going, "This is probably my only one for the night." It's kind of nice to be able to know that you're not sitting there getting burnt out. You're just enjoying it. Especially if you're at a party, you can just enjoy it.
this would be a good campfire sipper.
Yeah, it would. Frankly, what sucks is I don't think this is weird.
You don't think? That's not that weird. We know.
Taste wise, I think it's a 3 1/4 to 3.5. But based on what's on the bottle, what comes out in the flavor, it's not even average. I'm gonna give it a 3 1/4. I'm gonna try to balance somewhere in between. But frankly, I'm anywhere between a 2.75 and a 3.5. So I'll give it a 3 1/4.
Let me just stay with that average. I'll go 3 1/4.
Yeah.
It just once again on the nose. It's like, oh, this smells pleasant. I'm really looking forward to some complexity in this, and really all I just get is the rye, which isn't bad. It's rye done well, but it's
Nothing else with it.
yeah.
All right. So
Now-
what were you smiling about?
Because we've rated, we've rated 2 beers from Pelican Brewing.
Matt, you want to rinse
2020
these?
Father of All
Okay.
Tsunamis, and then just Father of All Tsunamis,
Okay.
and we gave it a 3.5.
So this is technically the lowest one now. So we've
We
had this
gave
beer.
both of those 3.5.
Have we had this beer 3 fucking times then?
potentially?
So
Jesus Christ.
I don't need to make a mental note. No more fathers.
No more fathers.
Tidal waves, huh? Okay, got it.
Jesus, that's funny as hell.
Yeah.
I think we
What's
That's funny
funnier
as hell.
is before you said that, I was like, I think this feels like a 3.5.
It
And I thought we really liked the prior one, so I'm like, okay, so my score this time is the same as our prior 2 scores on it.
I just yeah.
What do you got?
I got 3.5. Like the things that I
Yeah.
don't like is like there's so much character that could be coming out of this that's not,
Right.
and there's such a drinkability of it though, which I have to like give a nod to that, and like it's very drinkable, and at 11%, my ABV whore loves it, and it's an easy drinking 11. Like I gotta get some credit there, so I gotta be in the middle.
All right, as soon as we get our glassware back, we're going to do one quick beer, and this is going to be quick. We're going to have it.
Yeah.
Because we probably won't even finish it. We'll score
Yeah,
it
we got double
and finish
headers,
it
so
as we
we
move
got
on.
it.
That's what I said. We'll finish it
Yeah.
as we move on, but I don't want to end on that one. I was excited for it, so I don't want to end. Now, I didn't grab a big boy from River. This is a coffee beer by them. This is Twilight Height Coffee and Chocolate Imperial Porter. Not one of their big ones. I wasn't going crazy, but I wanted something that I'm assuming will be good. If it's not, well, that would really suck, but
It's
shit
funny
happens.
because we all thought the Saddami one was we thought
Was going to fucking be a great finisher.
We thought
You know,
it was good last time.
I blame the fact that we start with an NA beer.
10.5% porter. Again, 10.5% porter coming up.
Where's this coming up from?
River North. We were talking about it.
Yeah.
We were talking about it.
Oh, he wanted.
I get it.
No,
he
I
wanted
actually
to
wasn't
tee
sure.
himself up and-
No, I was busy doing my dispatchly duties. I did not hear the where it was.
And also, if I'm gonna,
Coming to you.
I would rather you never do that again.
Yeah.
We've outspilled a lot of beer.
Good thing Death Star's there.
You know, like what you attempted to do was a good thing in theory, but it was poor in execution.
I saw Brett go for it. That's why I was like, hold off.
If we'd have dumped that out on the Death Star, I would have cried and peed on the floor because I got to pee really bad too. So like, it'd been a really sad corner over here.
Waterfalls,
Don't go chasing them.
tsunamis.
Oh,
Definitely,
The lane is not playing my favorite.
definitely don't go chasing tsunamis. All right, again,
I like gold. I like showers. What's wrong with golden shower?
Twilight Height Coffee and Chocolate Imperial Porter at 10.5%. This is from our lovely River North, brewed with
oh no.
coffee, Bivouac, Bivouac,
Yeah, you know me.
Bivouac coffee, I'm hoping the coffee held up. We've had this one a little bit, so we'll
It
see.
smells like it's still there.
Held up nicely.
Oh, that's just
I
pleasant.
can definitely taste it.
Held up nicely.
I thought I got a little bit.
John had a look like he was
I
expecting
thought I
something
got a
bad.
little bell pepper in the nose.
See, I didn't. I think
I did
now
not.
you're starting to believe you smell it every time you smell coffee because it's happened so often.
But it's
The
but
boy
I
who
can
cried-
still tell the difference when I taste it.
Because that's 2 or 3 times in a row now that you've assumed it, tasted, went, okay.
Is John turning into the boy who cried bell pepper?
I think it's more,
Possibly.
we just have had so many coffee beers that came out with that green pepper that
Now, this just smells like a nice coffee with like a.
that's all I got.
I think it's more like that bitter chocolate.
Yeah.
Is what's on the nose that maybe you're getting on. That's even kind of sorry, John, a bit of a stretch to get to that.
Smooth,
pepper,
creamy, actually a decent body for a porter,
Yeah.
which is really funny because we always talk about how sometimes River North stout bodies are thin while being high ABV and carrying flavor. Still don't know how they do that.
sorcery.
I'm fairly certain it is.
There's a warlock back
They
there.
do have a beer called Dark Sorceress, so
See?
that would make sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They adhere to the dark
Okay.
arts of alchemy in the back of that brewery.
Shout out to River North because we love them and their lovely marketing lady Katie. She
And-
has treated us very well. Their head brewer is a great dude. We've gotten
Yeah,
to know
so
him.
really everybody that we've ever met there,
Their staff, every staff member we've ever met over the last few
Been
years
awesome.
is awesome.
and their product also pretty good.
And it's all right. Now I'm impressed. This is a good beer to end on here. Real simple. It's creamy. It's smooth. There's a little bit of coffee, a little bit of chocolate. Nice porter body. I'm real happy with it.
Yeah.
I am first to score it. But before I do, make sure you check out Two Beerded Guys Drunken Movie Reviews, hosted by Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Our drunken reviews.
Was that a scoring edging right there?
Yes, because, hey, without that, without doing that, we would have a much shorter night and probably get drunker on the show. So we get drunk afterwards. So listen to it because it's a double drunk. It's a lot of fun. We have a double header tonight, and we are doing Shaun of the Dead and Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. I am unbelievably excited to talk about both. I think I liked one more than John did, but the big thing for me...
It's fun, either way.
The big thing for me is I think the talk for both is going to be a hell of a lot of fun. And we have a ton of movies in our Spotify, Apple, literally wherever you listen to podcasts. And thanks
We're
again.
rated like a 5. I mean,
We actually
hells
are
yeah.
a 5 podcast on Spotify right
Can't
now.
get any better than that.
So check them out. And if you like us, give us a rating. If you don't. Anyway.
Spoken like a true. Yeah.
But my score on this, very, very good. I very much enjoy it. I think for a porter, it has everything I want, plus a good coffee flavor. It's not going to be seek out for me, though, but I very much enjoyed it at 3.75.
You know what? I'm going to push it to that 4. I think coffee porter or something, they can be very hard to do. And if I want a coffee porter, I'd be like, you know what? What's that one from River North again? I want that one.
That's fair. I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
That's the thing is you're not wrong.
So
I couldn't get there.
so this one's a 4 for me.
The beer edged me a little bit like I did the score.
I'm not a coffee fan, but I like the beer, so it's a 3.75.
I thought he was going to say 4 for a second. He confused me. All right, so that is a 3.75 average. Matt, what would you score it if you counted?
I'm gonna overswing all of you guys here. It's a porter. I'm not
First time
normally
he's ever been able to say that.
not normally a porter guy.
We know.
Yeah.
You normally bash the shit out of them no matter how good they are.
It's got my ABV-ness. It's not a nice thick body, which is also rare for the porter, as you mentioned.
And River North.
All the flavors that are there are in here. It's a good balance of flavors. It's still very drinkable. I really like this. I am going to give it, especially with the caveat, it's a porter, a 4.75.
Wow.
That is way above average.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely sending this to the brewer
And no one's
market.
ever said that about Matt.
No.
I'm definitely sending
That's true.
that, like just that.
My best.
plus our scores, everything. I'm
That is
sending that
a
to them.
Yeah.
clip. I've ever heard.
My best compliment is that I don't get a lot of complaints. Like, above
All right.
average has never happened.
But Matt, you got to
Did you
keep
get any
talking.
comments?
Not since Marble Rye.
Matt, real quick. The most important thing, though, the favorite thing for me to end the show.
Yes, let's go.
Beer of the night for you, Matt.
I hate to say that the Guinness is gonna get it, but the Guinness is gonna get it.
4 and extra, baby. Let's go.
Brett,
Guinness.
it's a 4 for 4. That, I'm still pissed. Anyway.
I knew when I bought that, I was like, these guys are going to hate me.
No, I love it. I was the guy that when we had the regular Guinness Dry Stout, I was the one defending it because I was like, this is what it is.
No.
And it. Well, no. I mean, like for that being what it was.
Yeah,
like,
no, they could fuck off. This is too good. Guys, seriously, thank you for watching. This has been a hell of a lot of fun. Pete,
Thanks for having me.
If you're still listening for some reason, thank you.
Yeah, Pete. Good to hear you, man.
Check out Big Pete's seasoning because, damn it, it's great. Especially if you're not a huge cook and you don't know how to mix flavors. He does it for you.
Let's do that.
He takes the guesswork out of cooking.
It. Yes.
So I'm TBG.
So even I could do it.
Even Matt could do
I mean,
it.
you could. TBG_ops guy.
Mudhog being cute.
Our fill-in guest today,
Not hot mom.
and better known as my ugly brother Brett, and behind the camera,
Ouch.
the one, the only,
Off-screen, Matt.
off-screen. Ouch! Later, guys.
That's what she said.
No, she didn't.